Hey, before we get into the show, I wanted to let you know that this episode is brought to you by me. This October, I'm celebrating 5 years of the Fresh Finds podcast with Times New Roman, 10 Month Summer,
I'll break your heart, and you'll break mine. We'll learn to grow, or we'll be fine. I'll sleep in your grave if you sleep in mine.
Fremont Pike,
And burning bridges for the love. I'm headed south, you're moving north.
and a special DJ set by my good friend Juan.
It's something I cannot ignore. Intuition, like a compass in my soul.
So if you're in the area, come out and celebrate with us on Saturday, October 11th at Smalls Bar in Detroit, Michigan. Tickets are in the description below. Hello, and welcome to Season 5 of the Fresh Finds Podcast, the show about discovering new music with good people. I'm Ryan, and I'm joined today by the pop-punk band Fremont Pike. How are we doing, guys?
Good, and you?
Good, man.
Dude, I am doing fantastic. I've been trying to put this together for a little while now. We've been going back and forth, finally got it
Do you
going.
think it was extra tough because we kept on rescheduling and changing the venue, or was that like
Honestly, that didn't even have anything to do with it. It was more just the fact that, I was busy. It's been a busy summer. I've been, the new album has been a heavy part of my rotation. But, so I've been trying to get this going for a little while. Do you guys want to go around and just, introduce yourselves, say what you do in the band, maybe give a little bit of, history, a little bit of background on how you guys got together and all that?
Wait, which? Do you want us to introduce ourselves or go right into background?
Well, you introduce yourselves first, and then whoever wants to
how
start.
far back are we going?
We need clear instructions. I don't know if you've ever hung out with us.
Fair enough.
A decent number of us are on the spectrum in some manner, so if you give us an inch, we'll take a mile. So
All right,
you
all
really
right.
gotta rein us in.
Let's just start with the introductions. We'll get to the history after that. Starting on my
you hear
side.
that? We're waiting on history, so just fucking calm
hold
down,
on.
Professor.
Well, no. He said we're gonna start on Anthony's side, so
Yeah.
Malcolm can go last.
Oh, okay. So that's when we get into history. Okay.
We'll come back.
This is falling apart
We're gonna do
immediately.
one lap really quick, and then we'll go back.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
very quick. I have a broken.
Yeah, he's
All
not
right.
doing any laps.
Just go ahead.
I mean,
So,
his intro said this was good people. I think that just set the bar too high for us right off the get-go.
We had to establish ourselves immediately. Hey, you there? Not
Establishing dominance.
Yeah, we start.
Yeah, Andrew's
Yeah,
gonna start doing that.
you there in the hat. What's your name?
My name is
That's all.
Anthony. I play bass.
Hey, you there in the other hat. What's your name?
My name is Brandon. I play lead guitar.
Hat number 3.
My name's Andrew. My name is Andrew. I play rhythm guitar and sing in Fremont Pike, and I also wear hats.
My name is Rod, and I also like to party. No.
Hell yeah.
We can't both be Rob.
I hate it when it's funnier than this.
And my name is Melvin Connell. Most people refer to me just as Mac, and I'm the drummer.
All right. And so you guys, from what I could see, I did a little bit of digging on Instagram, and it looks like you guys kind of got together around 2020-ish. Was it
It's a really good time to
before
enjoy
that,
it.
or was that yeah, right? But I mean, we all
Something was happening at the time.
had our little projects,
I don't.
though.
I don't think anything is going on.
Oh no!
Nothing was happening.
This just took a hard turn.
I didn't know that I was making the shift to far right grifting immediately.
You know, Ryan, it's actually funny you mentioned that. I was going to save this story for later in the day.
No.
But first, this protein powder helps me live my life.
Oh, no, never mind. No, I know what he's going with.
This podcast is sponsored by AG1. So I got a text today.
Wait, should we talk about the history and then you can tell the story?
No, because we're already on Fox News, so
Okay.
I'm just taking this.
We're already.
This is the wheels are. Dude, we're almost 6 minutes in. We haven't even. The viewers don't even know who we are.
The timer should not be interrupted.
No, not at
We
all.
shouldn't have
Not at all. Biggest
Anyway.
anxiety in the group.
Once upon a time.
So, anyways, I got a text this morning from
Literally this
a
morning.
family member, and they were like, "Hey, I was watching Fox and Friends. It's fucking 8 in the morning. I had just woken up and snuggling my cat. I'm like, all right, that's the kind of day we're having. I was just watching Fox and Friends, and I could have sworn that I heard your band. What's up with that?"
Uh-oh.
Well, immediately I checked our bank account and it was low, so I don't think that was us.
There's no
that
Fox
was
and Friends
red
money
flag.
in there.
No.
Not this
Rupert Murdoch is not shelling out money for our band.
He should be though. Rupert, if you're watching, go fuck yourself.
Well,
Hell yeah. Anyways,
Rupert, if you'd like to give us a couple $100,000 and then die,
and then go fuck yourself.
you know. Anyways, so my mom subsequently sent me a video on Facebook Messenger. Okay, and I don't mean. I don't mean that like she sent me a link to a video. I mean that she opened up the Messenger app, hit the camera icon, and started recording whatever was in front of her.
Fantastic.
And it was like the tail end of a Fox and Friends segment.
Uh-oh.
As in like a song was playing them into commercial.
Okay.
And that song was Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy. She's like, is this you?
Ryan, the inside baseball on that is that a bunch of people keep saying that.
Really?
And if you listen to what fucking Fall Out Boy song is that? I'm looking at both of you like you know.
Sugar, we're going down swing.
No. Yes, but no.
Dance.
Nope. I'll look it up and I'll tell you.
Thanks for the memory.
No, there's one that starts exactly like Champagne or Beers though.
Oh, you know what? You have linked that in the group chat.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
I've on the last episode that I put out, actually, there was another song that I really dug. That like the first like half of the main riff, I was like, this is literally just "What's My Age Again" by Blink with like 2 notes changed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pop punk isn't a particularly dynamic genre of music, but we think that we put a nice
Until
spin
we
on it.
showed up.
Yeah.
Wow, boy.
Single-handedly saving the genre.
Between that and the AG1 sponsorship, we're doing pretty okay.
Yeah. But so getting us back on the rails at least
All right,
a little bit.
Back to the history.
Yeah, so you guys kind of formed around 2020-ish, is that right?
Kinda, yeah. So I'm the de facto historian.
Okay.
Which is funny because Malcolm's the anyways.
The legal historian, not like legal history, but he's qualified. Anyways, so I started Fremont Pike with my best friend in 2000. When we found out that we're not fucking recording.
We were recording, but not all mics
there were
recording.
2 mics that weren't, for
Brandon.
whatever reason. I swear I had them all going. Whatever, we'll
We'll do it.
we're
We'll
back.
do it in the spirit of
Fuck
Fox
it,
and Friends.
we'll
We'll
do
do
it
it
live.
live.
Was that
the warm up?
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back.
we'll make it work.
Well, I mean, it's probably good because you screamed into the microphone before, so that didn't.
Yeah,
that was probably only heard like from an ambient perspective, so it sounded like you were outside.
I hope so.
So me and my best friend were in this bar in Toledo watching this really crummy cover band, and that was around the time that I like first started going back to shows. Like I did a lot when I was like younger. Could you be present for 1 second?
I'm trying to do the thing where I was like, oh, this is exactly what this song
He's trying
is.
to figure out what the Fall Out Boy song was.
Yeah. Hey, if you're watching on Patreon and you saw that actual intro, I'm doing the research right now. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
Previously on the podcast.
This is now becoming the Fresh Finds podcast movie. This is great.
it's a whole thing now.
Yeah, so
We join our broadcast already in progress.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
JFK,
So,
anyways.
so what? And his head just did that. So we get back from the bar, and we had a few pops.
Sure.
So we're like, we could absolutely do this better than that cover band. So before we had a single song written, we had a Twitter, rest in peace, account made. And shirts ordered, and then this thing happened.
That was before you even had like a song written or anything.
We decided on a name because we had an order for shirts made. We had like 4 or 5 names. and
Incredible.
The one that looked best on the gray shirts was Fremont Pike.
What were some of the other names? I actually don't know this lore.
I remember
remember.
one of them was High Honor, and we're like, well, that's a little bit too hard as fuck for the music that we want to make.
I was gonna say that.
It's my favorite kind of Red Dead
that sounds
Redemption
like
playthrough.
a hardcore band
Chat.
that started out like in a youth group or something.
Actually, no, like, dude, they got their break at Flint Local 432. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. You remember Craig Owens from Chodo's? This is him now. He's in High Honor. Yeah. No, actually, so Dylan had some kick-ass ideas for High Honor. It was gonna be like card themed.
Okay.
Oh, like
No, that's it.
Like
That's-
playing cards.
That's as far as that went.
like playing cards. When you said card themed, I was imagining like a
Like
Hallmark.
Uno?
No, I was thinking like a Hallmark.
Oh,
And I was like-
I was thinking like Magic the Gathering. You guys like start making
Oh, no,
your
we do
own
have
like
Magic the
trading
Gathering
cards and
cards,
shit.
though.
Oh,
We
really?
do have
Yeah.
I didn't
Magic
even know that.
Gathering.
That's so funny.
No,
I said that.
Mike
Digital
from,
only.
Yeah, Mike from A Few Good Records made Magic that Gathering cards. I think of all four of us.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
we're all like
We all-
officially in the deck now.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
sick.
You can use this in competitions.
Mine's called
on
Blue
the-
Eyes White Dragon. You
No,
wouldn't
it's
know.
not.
Is that's Magic, right?
That's Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Can we cut that?
No.
That's embarrassing.
I'm not cutting any of this. This is gold.
Oh no.
Anyways, I'll give you the abridged version of the rest. So, like, pandemic happened. We were all there. That was awful. So we just did a bunch of like Twitter live streams of like the songs that we did write.
Okay.
Didn't you guys try and start a fight with?
Oh, Jen's apartment.
No.
No.
Oh, we spread dirty,
Tucker.
dirty lies. Oh, Tucker
Carlson.
Carlson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you had a beef
That
with
was-
Tucker online for a while.
a little bit. We've patched things up. Just kidding.
Hope not.
You guys are on the same side now.
Nope. Anyways,
Anyways.
I didn't know how to be online, and I still don't.
Okay.
So I would just make a bunch of like fight graphics, like the tail of the tape, like you'd see like for a boxing match, or like
Oh,
UFC.
yeah, well, like the title card.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
And it would be me versus Tucker Carlson, and I got soft blocked from his account on Twitter for sure.
That's so funny.
So I suppose they're aware. Around the same time, I accidentally wound up in Newsweek for one of my tweets.
Oh wow.
I remember hearing this story.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me this story.
I'm not familiar with any of this deep lore. This
No,
is
it's-
incredible.
it's pretty deep lore.
This is
This is like source
We're
material.
down there.
No,
we're
we're
working
down there.
on the Wikipedia
Definitely
page.
down there.
Someday
But-
you'll hear about the rest of us in this band, but for right now, it's just Andrew's story time. But in Andrew's defense, there's a lot of this stuff is like, it's relevant because you really have to understand this to be like, oh, this is why the four of them haven't killed each other yet.
Oh, I see.
Like,
I see.
it's-
Okay.
It truly is. It truly
It's
is.
because
it
we
truly
have a
is
common enemy.
laying the foundation. Dog with a job out now.
Hell yeah.
Please continue.
So, anyways, this guy in Ohio said a bad word to a person at a Circle K and got hit with a Twisted Tea can. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. First of all, the guy that hit him is dead, which is awful. So, rip to that guy.
That's crazy.
Rest in peace, Twisted Tea King. So I just put it to the Dave Matthews Band Ant Marching, where it's like whack, whack,
Wait. I feel like I've seen that video. That's so funny.
as seen in Newsweek. And it just started like that was my only experience with going like semi-viral.
Okay.
Which, to be honest with you, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy because my phone was getting notifications to the point where it was just kind of hot.
Yeah, so I've had that on like a couple of like TikToks that I've posted that like just randomly popped off, and you're like, I can't do anything that's on like the top like eighth of my screen because there's a notification coming down every single time.
Dude, I sent a DM to Eric from Heart Attack Man, and I was like, hey, you get a bunch of hits on your stuff. How do you manage this awful bombardment of notifications?
Yeah.
And he basically just wrote me back and said, you're kind of fucked.
Incredible.
That's so cool.
So that was fun.
I mean, hey, he says it is, I guess.
Listen. So I changed my username to like Fremont Pike shit poster or something.
Okay.
And that got us like quite a few follows on Twitter at the time. So flash forward to like 2021, things started to open up a little bit, and we just put out a tweet saying, "Hey, who wants to be in a band?" He showed up.
Sure did.
And he actually came to the rehearsal and knew the songs, which was crazy.
All five of them.
All five of them.
Did the
like,
homework.
Well, and like I didn't know how to write a song then, so each one of the 5 songs was like a novel's worth of material because I just didn't know like how to be concise.
Like if you really like and or have ever heard "Please Don't Date My Therapist," that song used to be like 6 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like it was never meant to be like an epic like
Never meant.
ballad.
Nice.
Yeah.
Huh?
You said never meant, and I said nice.
Yeah, no, yeah. Listen, American football, instrumental.
Careful, Malcolm's Canadian.
Canadian softball. Is that something or is that nothing?
No,
Isn't
that
it
was
Canadian baseball?
What? No, what the?
There was like a parody band.
That was
Yeah.
Jared Alonji, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't think you can say that word.
If we're going down the route of pop punk, I mean everybody
You have
knows.
to mention,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Do you think Fantano's going to see this one?
I hope so.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay,
I mean,
if
come on.
Fantano or Beato want to talk, I just want
Yeah.
to talk.
Also, Fantano, we're sorry. You're not gonna like it. Sorry, man.
Do people like Fantano? I don't have a pulse on the scene like that.
I think
He just won a lawsuit.
I think
he won
just,
a lawsuit?
Yeah,
I think he's just,
Didn't they sue the wrong Anthony Fantano?
originally, yeah.
Yeah.
oh, did they see the guy that made the soda company? That makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Old Anthony Fanta. And then through Brandon, we got Malcolm. And then Anthony has just kind of been there. No, he and I played and fit the bill together. And I was like, hey, you know your
Play
way.
bass.
I was like, yeah, you know your way around a bass guitar. You want to be in a band? And he had, yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'll
Okay.
get another one."
So that was something that I was also finding interesting because I was going back through the depths of the discography and I found the first like EP that you guys seem to not even really consider like canon anymore.
That's bullshit.
The
It's super canon.
Pandemos.
That's super not canon.
No,
it's technically canon.
Fremont Pike and Fit the Bill, and I was like, it's really interesting that your first thing that you ever put out was a collaboration, but I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of this group, only Andy and Dylan were on Pandemos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was before this kind of group came together, and then it was
Yeah.
after that we started. That the story that Andy's telling is how these kind of group came together. So I think the first official thing we did, this lineup did was the
Price of Growth, right?
No, it would have been actually the live EP.
Oh, yeah.
We did that live off
live
the
at,
floor.
live at,
session.
yeah, live at Fit the Bill House.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right. I forgot about that.
So that was like the first thing we really recorded together.
Didn't that get pulled off of Spotify because it got added to a playlist
No,
or something and then got botted?
So the track "Everyone I Know Who Skis Is Dead" from that EP got botted to shit.
We got
wow.
numerous times.
And like at that point we were like,
Different times, really.
certainly.
Yeah.
At that point we were like putting out singles for the album, and like obviously anytime you put something new out, you're gonna see like a small spike in streams or whatever.
Yeah.
But like our shit went bananas, and we had like an unreasonable amount of monthly listeners. So
Not good.
yeah, not great.
Not the way you
so
want,
I dove into.
We were psyched for like 10 seconds, and we were like, "Hey, wait, hold
I was
on.
like, hang on
Oh
a
God,
second.
we have
doesn't
to
make
fix
any
this.
sense.
Is Sony gonna call? Sony was not gonna call.
Sony
Guys,
never. They
700
never call.
people listened to Everybody I Know Who Skis Is Dead yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Guys, where's the live album go?
And
It's
they're
not
all
on
from
Spotify anymore.
Sweden.
Holy fuck, they're all in Belize. That's crazy.
That's unbelievable.
They're all in Helsinki for whatever reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might actually have some
Literally.
listeners in Iceland, though. When we put out the second EP, I did like an impromptu trip to Iceland for like 48 hours, and we were in this Irish pub. Everywhere you go in the world, there's always going to be an Irish pub.
Nice.
It doesn't matter. Like,
Thank God.
Seriously, yeah, like
Yeah, true.
I've been to a few different countries, and every one of them has like invariably has an Irish pub.
Classics never go out of style, right?
If it ain't broke.
Yeah.
But we had just put out Detroit Girl, I think, and I was pretty jazzed on it. So I was like, macking on the bartender. No, I wasn't.
What?
I was just trying to get a free beer. It didn't work.
Thinking you were hot shit.
Not even almost.
I have music on Spotify.
Did you know that? I've got a blue check mark and I didn't pay for it.
We used to have a blue check mark. We don't anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm not paying for that shit. But anyways, she played it to a very empty bar, and so I have this video on my phone of like Detroit Girl playing, and I like pan out just to like an empty bar, and the bartender goes, "It was full when he got here."
That rules.
Incredible.
So there might be one or two in like Reykjavik. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So you guys, kind of got started around, when people started getting back together in person again and things like that. And you guys, over the last couple of years, have had a pretty strong run of EPs because you had, what was it? The Price of Growth, with Life Without a Pulse, and Breakfast with a Raccoon that all came out within like 2 years, right?
It was about an EP a year, I thought. Was it one a year?
Yeah, just about.
I think the last two both came out
talking
in
to the microphone,
2023, but it was like 6
It'll
months
catch it.
apart or
Oh, okay.
something,
Yeah, there's
something
beginning
like
and
that.
end, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we went pretty crazy with it.
So you guys have been, you had been doing that, you had been putting out stuff, and then you got to the point of like kind of starting to work on this record. How long ago was like the start of the entire process?
Oh,
Like 2 years ago.
2 years
I
ago
think,
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
A lot happened in a short amount of time. And
Okay.
then it was a lot of like waiting for like the next pieces. So
Yeah.
I would say like basically it was the summer of 2023, I guess. Yeah. So it was like springtime, and we were talking that we wanted, and so this was before Breakfast with a Raccoon was even out. We had the 2 EPs out, and we decided we wanted to pursue an album. My good friend Alex Chuck Krotz, who's a producer in Ontario, I was talking to him, and he expressed an interest in working with us. So then we kind of started setting that up together.
Right on.
And it was a pretty streamlined process. Like that summer, basically, we wrote and tracked the entire instrumental for the record. So we went to a cottage on Paradise Lake and basically just took like a writing retreat for about a week.
Oh, nice.
And wrote basically the entire record. We came in with like demos and stuff like that, so it's not like we came in completely dry. But we came in with like enough material to kind of get almost every song off the ground. And when we left, we had the whole album basically written. At that point, we had about a month to learn all of our parts and really nail it all down, and then we went into the studio and basically tracked the whole thing over about a week as well.
That's pretty efficient with your time.
Yeah.
Doing an entire record in like a week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I think we wrote the album over Memorial Day, and then we went to the studio over 4th of July. Did we not?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
met because we all work full-time jobs, so we were all
Yeah.
like, we got to maximize that PTO. So
Yeah.
what
I
weekends
see.
do we
I
already
get that.
have like long weekends, and then we just have to take like an extra 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the thing where like we had either the Friday or the Monday off, and we were like, okay, well, we'll take the Friday, and then we'll leave Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that. Shout out to Scary Gnome or SG Studios in Wardsville, Ontario. That's where we recorded pretty much all of the instrumental, and even then too, so basically everything you hear on the album that was tracked there, and then
Okay.
Chuck started mixing it just so that we could have like rough mixes to then do the vocals on. So then the vocals were basically done over the next year in like 3 or 4 different sessions. Some here, some is in Ontario as well.
Gotcha. And were you guys self-produced before that point?
Yeah, Malcolm does
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, Malcolm
Okay.
does our
So that-
videos. He does our drums. He does our
Yes. Okay. So
recording.
now we're gonna unplug Malcolm's microphone so he can't argue when we're trying to be nice about it. So
Does anyone need a beer? I'll just leave and get more beers.
no, they're right here.
Why don't you get yourself a burger, buddy?
Are you actually gonna go in and get more beers?
I do need another one, so.
There's one right here.
Literally 2.
Here you go.
Well, then I can't leave.
Well, shit.
Sit down. Anyways, so I know like we went through and did like the introductions and things, and it's like, oh, like Anthony plays bass and I play lead,
Yeah.
and Andrew plays rhythm and sings, and Malcolm's the drummer, and then we stop. But like Malcolm does so much more than just the drumming. Like there is no chance that this band would be the way that it is if Malcolm wasn't in it. Like
If we all weren't in it.
I understand.
but
I
but
understand
you-
that it's like a collaborative thing, and all of us bring something to the table. But I think the thing is that I think a lot
Like
of people
structurally,
Yeah, I think a lot of
there's
people
just too
assume that we're all bringing 25%, and it's like Malcolm is bringing 60%, and the rest of us are bringing like 15.
Yeah, we're splitting a hard 40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's not super equal.
Okay.
We might be splitting a hard 30. Like it might be like a 70 10 10
As
10.
well, especially now with the albums, we got Chuck. And
Yeah,
Chuck's
like,
doing
it's-
his
Nah,
wizardry.
Give you like
Oh, do you
10,
help too?
15, 20.
Yeah, so Anthony and I'll take 10. You can have 15. So that puts us at 25.
Yeah, you
and,
gotta
and,
write it
and,
all.
and then Matt gets 75.
All right, sure.
So anyways,
As long as that translates to the royalties.
sorry
Wait a
guys.
goddamn minute.
Oh yeah, now he's talking out of the microphone. Sorry
Now
guys.
we're getting into negotiations.
Sorry guys, I had to do math when I was off the clock. But genuinely, like Malcolm is the one that has the recording knowledge. He's the one that has the studio experience. He's the one that has a lot of the writing experience. Like Andrew can write really good songs, but making something that is like the 6-minute version of Please Don't Date My Therapist, and then Malcolm cutting it into 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And all of us being like, oh my God, this is
You're
incredible.
allowed to do that.
Like,
Cutting it down.
yeah,
to,
like cutting
to,
it down and
yeah,
being like,
yeah.
this is the essence of what this song is, and this is how it's good. Like Malcolm has all of that knowledge, and also he's just like a good dude, so he wants to do it. Like he's not doing it because he hates us. He's doing it because he's like, I want this to be good because my fucking name's on it, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want this to sound like shit.
Well,
So it
and-
makes
and-
us better because he's good.
And that's what I was noticing when I was like looking at like some of the music videos and stuff like that. Is I noticed that it was on Malcolm's YouTube channel.
Sure is.
With a whole
Shout out Malcolm Cottle Media.
yeah.
MCM also Man Crush Monday. Coincidence? I think not.
Definitely not. We made this up.
But
I wrote this movie.
So I was looking through all that, and yeah, I see that you guys have done like your own music videos, you've done your own production up to the point of the record. So I'm curious like how the process changed over the course of that, with like being a little bit more hands off with the production, letting somebody else take it. Was that weird for you, or was it kind of freeing to be like, oh, I don't have to worry about this anymore?
Well, Chuck is like just kind of one of our friends.
Sure.
So like as you've seen by the 18 minutes and 12 seconds
Plus
we've been
whatever we
recording
did
this
before
podcast,
we
right, plus
started.
the unrecorded stuff.
Secret
the
files.
stuff behind the paywall.
We shouldn't call
Yeah.
them secret files.
As-
Actually, we're not going to do that. Not the secret files.
Whose names are
Different
on it,
files.
dude? Whose names
Different
are on
files.
it?
Don't worry about
As
it.
you've
Different
seen
files.
with this, like we don't like pedestalize someone who like controls the fate of our art,
Sure.
especially like if you're a good dude. So we'll just like be your friend and make you our friend, whether you want to be our friend or not.
Hell
That's
yeah.
how I got here.
And it was kind of the same thing with Chuck. And I think with him and Mac like growing up together and like understanding like how each other works, like the work that we did on the first 3 EPs really prepped us for being in that like professional recording environment.
Oh, sure.
So I didn't notice a huge change. I think honestly the biggest person that noticed the change was Malcolm, because he got to do his parts and then just sit down, which is rare.
Yeah, it was nice that like when we went to the studio to record, like we started primarily with drums, and like other people would fill in as Malcolm needed a break or needed to eat or whatever. Like so Malcolm's stuff was done first, but then he just got to sit and be like, I think we should do this, and he didn't have to do it.
Just be the
Right,
vibe
yeah.
hero.
He was just like he was
Exactly.
just like sitting on the couch like with his feet kicked up, and he was like, "Fuck yeah!" And that was all he had to do. Like he wasn't the one behind the
Well,
desk.
because we
And
carved
also-
out how many days for you to drum? Like 3 or 4?
3.5. Yeah, it
Let's
was what
just
we
say
planned.
4, right? And you did it in fucking 2. And you
Just
only
knocked
didn't
it
do it
out.
in 1 because Chuck made you stop.
We did hit a point on day one where we were just like, we could probably keep going, but like let's just save something for tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
I think I remember being in the room, and I think Chuck said we should save something for tomorrow, and then you cut in and said, I don't want to be bored. I think I remember that happening.
I need something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's been the fun part. Like, and to back up just a little bit here, I think what's really been great about this band is we're kind of just down to experiment. I think that's the really great thing. Is like, yeah, I've been doing all the production for like video and audio for like the 3 EPs and all the music videos and everything like that, but that really comes from a place of like interest and collaboration and trying out new things. So it's
Yeah.
not like the band just sort of gives me unfettered like freedom to do just whatever I want or make all the decisions. It's just I have a technical background that I wanted to be able to use to move the band forward at a faster pace than your average band.
Yeah.
And I just genuinely love doing this stuff. I have a genuine passion for just being in a band and making music with people that I like and I'm inspired by. And everyone brings just a great level of creativity and just interest in all these projects. And that's what I love so much about it, is that all those music videos were huge collaborations. And it really comes from a place of like, hey, I got an idea. And then we kind of just kick it around until we go, oh, that's funny, let's do that. Or,
Yeah.
oh, that sounds fun, let's do that. So like Andy said too, I think the 3 EPs that we did were really in prep to be like kind of to a point as a band to be able to work with someone like Chuck. And a little bit of background on that. So I actually went to high school with Chuck.
Okay.
His full name is Alex Kratz, but he introduced himself to me as Chuck. So that's what I call him, and that's how I introduce him. But he's,
that's what we call him,
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
But he's not just like somebody. I just want to throw that out there. He went to Oyart in Ontario, and he worked at Noble Street Studios in Toronto. He's worked with bands like 3 Days Grace, Billy Talent, the Bare Naked Ladies. He's been on sessions with Drake and Tyga. He's worked. He's a world class.
Pretty good resume there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's
not like just
really
a
top-notch.
dude. He's like, like I guess
Yeah.
maybe to your
And to
point,
me, I'm
like-
just a dude. I'm just a dude with like a passion, and I just like
Yeah.
I just took the time to kind of learn how to do this stuff. And these guys gave me the freedom to keep practicing on it with this project. So then I got better. Whereas he's a bona fide professional.
Yeah, like, I
Yeah,
get-
yeah, yeah.
So for me, with him being a close friend and collaborator, I really was at the point where like, yeah, I'd really like to work with Chuck because I think he would really like working with this band, and I think everyone would click. But I also had kind of the presumption, I guess, that I was like, but this band needs to be ready. This band needs to be ready to
sure,
work with someone
yeah.
of his caliber. I don't want to just throw us into the first opportunity. I want us to have gone through the studio process a few times so they know what to expect. He knows that we're ready to step up to the plate of his caliber, because I think that's the thing is you have to have respect for people of that kind of caliber, and if you get the chance to work with those people, it's a matter of stepping up to the plate kind of thing. So I think that's what a lot of the work we did with EP 1 and 2 ended up being, and then I think that's really influenced our sound after that too, because working with a professional producer, he again just like refined our sounds. Everything is so to the point and so refined. It's really, really quite cool. And you can also like see the effects of it now. Like Andy's been throwing out some new demos already, and you can just see how much better they were than before.
Oh, sure,
because
yeah.
he's gone through that experience so many times and worked with that kind of caliber
learned
person.
how to double.
Ooh, boy.
Pan hard left, hard right. Suddenly you got a big sound.
That's what I'm talking about. But one of the things, because you kind of teed up this question that I had in my back pocket, but going into just kind of the process of the record in general, something that I noticed upon like multiple listens is over the course of a couple different songs, I can't remember if it's like 2 or 3 or something like that, there's a recurring line about chasing 20-something pipe dreams. And And so I was curious if there's any sort of like, if there was like an urgency going into it that you guys were like, we're not getting any younger, if we're going to do this, let's, finally actually do it. Or like, I'm just trying to pull on that thread a little bit because I noticed that it came back. And so I'm like, I feel like there's got to be something important there.
I'm not sure what sorry, if I could just jump in. I'm not sure there was a feeling of urgency with the project. I think that was just more from like a lyrical standpoint where we tend to just be in life.
Sure.
But I think like the project to me felt very like relaxed and fun and natural. Like it didn't feel like it was something we were rushing through or anything like that. And I think like, and again too, it was just a bigger thing that we had never done before. I think you asked previously, like, what was it like to release the Reigns or whatever? To me, I didn't feel like that because one, I trust Chuck intimately because he's a very close personal friend of mine and we've collaborated on a lot of stuff, but also because like it was just a full length album and I kind of said, I was like, I can't do a full length. I don't have the time to mix and do all of that kind of stuff. We need to kind of give it to somebody else. So I think that's what kind of opened it up. So I didn't feel any like pressure really or like urgency with it to like do it before we turned X amount of age or anything like that. But I'll let Andy speak to the actual lyrics themselves.
No, I mean we're all 48 years old, so we're not
and look great.
It's the water, to be honest. Just keep drinking water. The 20-something pipe dreams line. I don't know where that came from.
It's in Otter Creek, right?
Huh?
Is it in Otter Creek?
It's in Otter Creek. It's in Ligma, and I think it was supposed to be somewhere else too, but we wound up just like going with a different lyric.
I think it came from a note.
Well, that's what I was getting to is for this album specifically, I used a lot of Anthony's just kind of how do you
I don't even know what to. It's not garbage. Like it is a lot of like. It's kind of just me like putting things in this note as it comes.
It's like a garbage heap. You're
just unprocessed.
Just riffing on ideas and kind of coming
Stream
up with
of
stuff.
consciousness.
No, seriously. So like a few times, because I had probably the hardest time coming up with lyrics for this album that I did anything else that we've ever done. Because usually I write the lyrics first and then we make music around it.
Yeah.
But with this one, we just had 9 tracks ready to go so quickly that I was like, fuck, I can't. Like basically when we were at the writing retreat, I would do my parts very generally and then just go for walks and try to like come up with stuff and dig through ideas. So at one point we had like a shared note or a shared Google Drive.
Oh, sure.
That just had like, random bits and bobs and things we want to talk about and things that, meant something to us. Well, Anthony put in our band group chat at one point like, hey, I've just been kind of writing like stream of consciousness thoughts down.
Okay.
I don't think he said it like that, but that was like the spirit of what he said.
Yeah.
And lyrically, I really like songs, and I've never been able to put like a finger on what exactly it is, but I like lyrics that just kind of seem stream of conscious thought.
Yeah.
That don't have like a strict rhyme scheme, that don't like they just kind of go. Like I see the Wonder Years do that a ton. I see a lot of bands do it, and that's something that I'm chasing lyrically is to like have that feeling. With this album, we went pretty rhymey.
Okay.
Pretty rhyme heavy.
Sure.
Just because it was just impossible to write for. But I would go through Anthony's like stream of conscious thoughts, and like for every paragraph there'd be like 3 lines where I'm like, holy shit, that is good.
Yeah.
I remember one he opened up and he started with I'm on boats again, and he just wrote like a novel about boats and about how
I remember that. I remember that day.
Crazy. I remember that.
I remember that day because I was hanging out with Anthony that day.
Were you on a boat?
No.
Anthony was different kind of boat. Different kind of boat.
Anthony
You
was on a boat
liar.
for sure.
Yeah, I was definitely on a boat.
Anthony was somewhere else.
Yeah, so I think the 20-something pipe dreams thing came from one of his notes, and I was like, that's fucking sick. And then it just wound up becoming like a motif completely unintentionally.
See, and that's something that I really like in a record is when there is like a, some sort of recurring theme or recurring melody or something like that that kind of like strings together like, these broader concepts into kind of one thing.
I think that's definitely in the first 2 EPs because I remember Andrew, you talking about that pretty specifically that you wanted that kind of a thing.
Well,
Yeah,
I like starting with like a thesis and then building from that. Like when we
He's
initially
doing homework when he's writing songs.
Yeah,
Gotta sum up my
fucking
thesis
college
statement.
educate. EP2 was a college assignment.
I remember.
You remember that?
nice.
I do.
Oh my god.
Shout out. I don't.
Dr. Urena. Shout out Ray. Not your Ray. Not your girlfriend.
Got
my
you.
professor
Okay.
from college that I went to. Yeah, no, I like to start off with like a very like broad concept and then just see how many individual things I can pick out of that.
Sure.
And that was very prevalent, I think, in the first 2 EPs. I don't know how prevalent it was in the LP. That remains to be seen.
Yeah, because the LPs like the first 2 EPs too, like we got the titles for them from lyrics that we felt kind of like represented kind of the whole thesis, like you said. Yeah, it just I think the big thing is that we attacked the LP just completely differently than we had done the rest of them. With the other ones, like Andy said, usually he had like lyrics started, then we'd write music to it, and then we'd kind of like refine it into a song from like a couple different angles, and then everyone would kind of come in, and honestly we wouldn't write together. We would sort of write everyone's parts as they recorded them. With me sort of like being the producer to like sit there and kind of like make sure that everything was gelling correctly. So for the album, that was the first time we had ever all like made the time to write together. And like I said, we had like demos that we had done kind of individually. Some of them were half songs, some of them were like done songs, but they were again just demos. And we spent that whole cottage weekend basically going through like every part and being like, does this make sense? Is this right? Is it in the right order? Does it need a different part? Does it need to be focused on something different?
Yeah.
It was the first time we had ever really done that. And then to do that with the lyrics kind of too, because after we tracked everything at SG Studios, Chuck got like rough mixes of the whole thing and sent them to us, and then Andy basically drafted the lyrics, and then again we got together for a couple of weekends and pre-pro'd all of the vocals. So we had a recording of all the vocals that were done here before we went in again with Chuck to do like final vocals.
Oh,
basically.
nice. Yeah.
So we weren't in the studio trying to figure out what we were doing.
Yeah.
Like we had like, I would say even like slightly more than a skeleton when we walked in.
Which that's for sure. A really smart way to go about it when you're paying for studio time, because I think that's another thing that like, people who come from a very self-produced background may not realize is how efficient you want to be once you actually get into the studio if you're paying for the time, because if you're trying to write shit in the studio like the entire thing, that gets expensive real quick.
Yeah. And that's kind of what we did, because it was just the 4 of us just kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
Whereas like that was the big difference with this record, is it was other people's time and it was our money for the studio time and everything like that too. So yeah, I think that made for a very different approach. And now we're talking about doing something completely different for the next project already. So.
Nice.
Surprise.
And going back to your thing about really liking sort of stream of consciousness style lyrics as well, are you familiar with the band Topiary Creatures from Nashville?
No, you have my full attention.
So they are super cool. Like they're like synthy type of band, but they're like kind of emo. I don't really know how to describe it. They're totally like a thing of their own, and their vocalist, who writes all their lyrics and stuff like that too, writes them as poems first. They don't even have to rhyme or anything, because that's one type of poetry, but you don't have to do that. And so they write poems, and then they write the songs around the poem without even thinking about it like lyrics.
So I like that a lot.
I was going to say, so based on what you were saying, I think that you would really dig that.
What was the name of them one more time?
Topiary Creatures from Nashville.
Sorry, I was amending one of my songs on our playlist.
I see.
Because while we were sitting here and Andrew was talking, I had like an intrusive thought, and I was like, "Oh my god, I want to change one of my songs." That's what I was doing. Peek behind the curtain, I was like, "Oh my god, wait, I'm changing out one of my
It's the
songs."
King of
Sorry,
the Hill
everyone.
theme song.
Why would you tell
It's the
everyone
new
what I
Billy
did?
Strings version.
Why would you tell everyone what I did?
Wait, did Billy Strings actually do a cover
Yeah,
of the King of the Hill?
No,
theme song?
he plays the outro in the new
end
season.
credits
The end
is
credits
Billy
is the Billy
Strings.
Strings
Are you
version,
shitting me?
Yeah, no, that's real.
100% straight up.
I need to jump into the new.
Have you not started it?
It's
No,
so
I would
good,
recommend it.
actually.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I'm so bad about that. Like I'll start watching something that I've seen a million times, and then I'll hear people talking about like the new King of the Hill, or I've been better about the new South Park episodes, but like my mind just refuses to accept any new media.
Yeah.
But I'll fucking watch How I Met Your Mother 9 times in a row.
Have I got a musical genre for you?
It's all coming together.
So here's another quick question about just like lyrics and not even a lyric actually, but the title of the project is "Dog with a Job," and the singles that you released up to the album as well, that it was "Dog with a Job" was the record label that you like put it under on like streaming and stuff like that too. So I'm curious where that all came from.
Yeah, DistroKid just lets you write anything.
Yeah, no, they do. Are you familiar with the band Harrison Gordon?
Yes.
Yeah, so their I think it's the album. Their record label is Bring Back Bush Apple.
That's awesome.
That's something we can all get behind.
Yeah. I think so.
I think we just
That
started
would unify this country.
I think we just started a new bit for Fremont Pike releases.
Bring back Bush Apple.
You'll be label mates.
Ryan, I don't know how much digging you did do, but if you look at the fucking credits for all of our releases, I gave Malcolm a different middle name.
Oh,
for every
I
single
didn't notice
song.
that. That's so
bit.
funny.
So his middle name is it's Anthony, right?
Maybe.
But we don't know, and he would never tell me. So I would just say,
He doesn't want the government tracking.
Malcolm
him.
A. Cottle. So it was like Malcolm Amadeus, Malcolm Aristocrat. Like literally every single song, there is a different A for
That's
his
so
middle
funny.
initial.
I need
That's how they
to
don't
look
pay
at that
me
later.
my 70 points on
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
Andrew did that on
It's
purpose.
divided
Because
into
they don't have my
70
legal
different
name.
people that are all you.
The fucking FBI just comes in and arrests me for tax evasion.
There's 37 1099s that haven't been sent yet. Who is this man?
Dog with a Job. That was his question.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say that was the
Yeah.
thing that I did.
I was gonna say
That was-
I defer that to Brandon. That's entirely
Okay.
Brandon's doing.
Yeah, I think
Cottage?
the easiest way to explain it is that if you have spent any time with the four of us or any mix of the four of us,
Sure.
in any capacity, we're all reasonably like goofy people. Like we like having fun and being dumb, which is why
Hadn't noticed.
this podcast is going to be a nightmare to edit. It's going to be a nightmare.
All evidence to the contrary today.
Yeah, if you can believe it. And like, I think one of the things about this band is that we are all like this, but conversely, like when we're finished recording this podcast and we go downstairs to practice, we're gonna practice. Like,
Yeah.
And so
There will be tears.
like, and at, I mean, I haven't played in a while, so there might be tears.
sweat.
Verbal
Well, there's gonna be
abuse.
sweat.
I might cry. And it was a thing where at some point in my life, someone described me as a dog with a job because like I'm down to just like hang out and be goofy and silly and stupid or whatever. But if there's a job to be done, I'm doing the job and I'm not fucking around until it's done. And then I'll go back to fucking around. And I was like, guys, isn't that funny? And they were like, yeah. And then we like went to the studio, or not to the studio, I'm sorry, we went to the cottage to write the album.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, is we all showed up and we were like screwing around all morning, or like when we first got up, and then when we sat down to work, it was like all of us were quiet, we were all working, everyone was focused, and I was like, guys, we're all dogs with jobs. Like
It's a switch.
No, but no, he's absolutely right though. I mean, I remember having that conversation kind of earlier in the band too. Of we had like a conversation of like, what's our image? Like, what do we want to like
what are we
project,
doing?
or like like just how do we want to be? And I remember we had like it was supposed to be like an hour-long conversation, and it was like 10 minutes, and we all just went, we want to take the music seriously, but not ourselves.
And
I
then,
like
we
and
all
then
kind of
done.
just like nodded and went like, yeah, that sums it up. Like, and I remember you, and even like at the cottage too. I remember like if you were in the room, you were working and you were being serious about whatever we were doing, and then if you just stepped outside, totally different
Yeah.
vibes. Like you were upstairs or outside,
Yeah.
totally different vibes.
Yeah,
But if you were in the main room, you were working.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
When we were
Okay,
at the
yeah.
studio, it was like if you were in the studio and you were in the engineering room with Chuck while someone was recording.
Yeah.
You were sitting in there and you were quiet. Like you weren't fucking around, you weren't joking, you weren't talking to people. Like somebody was working and you were
Making
watching.
suggestions.
Like
Yeah.
you were there to help.
Giving
You weren't
input,
there to like just hang out. And
Actively listening
it
and
was,
trying
it
to
was
think
like you
of
were you were there to work on something. Like Andrew and I would sit in there together because like I would be writing leads and I would want his input for like, so what are you doing in this part? Like where are you trying to take this so I can try and figure out how I can get there without just following you.
Want me to go up or down the neck?
Yeah, do you want me to go up or down the neck? And then we almost broke up. I'm not having a good time either. And then we almost broke up. So it was just a thing where it was like, we're all down to mess around and like have a good time.
Yeah.
And there's like, all of us probably can think of a handful of moments where we're like, oh, this is a time where I was not being serious. And here's a time where I was very, very, very focused.
Yeah.
But it was like, as soon as you put a task in front of any of us, we're no longer like laughing and joking and like slapping beers out of each other's hands and like spraying champagne on each other. It's like, we're here to work. And then when we're done working, then we'll go outside and like throw
like
Anthony over the fence
jackasses.
and like
Yeah.
try and put him on Andrew's shoulders and then run around the yard with him. Like, we'll do that stuff, but it's after he's recorded.
Well, the thing that I've noticed, you know, with the whole band image as a whole, is it seems like you guys have put a lot of effort into that. Because I mean, even just like going into your live show, you guys have like your tracks that like, you know, introduce the set, and you have like your specific times that, oh, this is going to be a tuning break, and so we have the tracks that play and say something funny while we're all, you know, getting tuned again. Or
funny
even,
man, say something funny.
Or even,
I'm trying to tune the drop D again.
or even like, you know, the matching baseball uniforms that you did and stuff like that is very clearly put together, but it's also, you know, goofy at the same time, which I commend you guys for, because there are a lot of people who don't think about the small little details like that, and so you have like a tuning break and you kind of lose like momentum of the set or whatever, and like, you know, I think that putting that amount of effort into it, you know, really helps you guys stand out.
One of my favorite things is when one of us goes to a concert and then we have a band practice like a week or two after that, and someone comes into the rehearsal room like, guys, so I saw this thing. We have to try this. Or like,
Guys, guess what we have to figure out how to do?
No, it's really cool. Like, you know, because you'll go out and you'll just like see another band do something cool, and like that's where the tracks came from. Honestly, as I saw like a couple other bands, and I kind of like took that idea and then changed it into this like, what if we had our own like little voiceover woman that like introduced things and talked to us, and it just made our set a little bit better, you know. So I think that's one of the fun things, is that we'll also go out and like grab inspiration from other bands and see what they're doing well and try to adapt it into what we're doing.
That was also entirely born out of necessity too, because I would always forget to plug our stuff during shows.
Yeah, so like there would be like a break. There would be like a break in between songs, and like Andrew would tune his guitar and then like look at me, and I'm just staring at him because I'm like,
and then either I'd stare at him or we would just kind of start riffing and like, get into a bit.
and then it would be this, but we're on stage and we have like 25 minutes to play like 6 songs, and Malcolm is sitting behind us, just like I can feel the steam coming out of his ears because Andrew and I won't stop talking.
I think,
and then
just keep the bit going.
We're just still doing it because we're both uncomfortable because we're like, oh, it's quiet in here, and like we don't we don't
fill the space.
We gotta fill the space with something, so we're just gonna talk to each other, and then like from the back we would just hear Malcolm like, can we play a song? And so then we were like, we should find some way to like fill this.
I was just gonna say, I don't remember what show it was, but I have a distinct memory. I might dig into our like recorded sets and figure out exactly which one it was, but this is before we developed Jessie, our voiceover lady.
Not related to Jess Murray from For Our Critics or Jess Murphy from our foundations.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not even almost related.
Close though.
No.
However the fuck you spell
it. Listen. But I remember like being in the middle of something, and Malcolm literally just yells, "Talk about the music video!"
Okay, so in my defense, it's written in the set list.
Oh, you need no defense, buddy.
Yeah, Malcolm is like, let me defend this. He doesn't have to.
I have them make the set list,
wrong.
but I format them, and I format them with like notes about like plug
Here's a
this,
tuning
because like right around that time we would have just released a single. So I was like, plug whatever music video, like plug the new release or whatever.
But again, too, when you're in the heat of the moment, you forget about stuff.
I'm just
and
like,
he'd forget, and then I'd be like, all right,
thing.
I'll just do this off the dome. This is gonna be fine, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
like It just wasn't, because I'd forget what song just came out.
But
because it's not what we're playing next, so I'd be like, hey, I'm just waiting for this is out. Anyways, here's a different song called this.
Anyway.
And then I like look at Andy, and he's like midway through tuning, and I'm like, so you guys know any good jokes?
I straight up black out when we play. Like a lot
Not like from alcohol, just like his nerves. Just to be clear.
Glug, glug, glug.
Remains to be seen. No, because we were playing in London. And
Ontario, not England.
No, haven't been there yet.
Someday.
Maybe.
Waiting for Sony to call.
Maybe if you stream more in England.
Yeah.
Maybe stop streaming in Iceland. I don't know.
Please don't stop streaming anywhere.
Two things happened that I thought was particularly funny. One is I just said fuck a lot. And I swear a pretty healthy amount, I would say, but it was just amplified by the nth degree. And
By being on stage and having a platform to talk to people, and you just get hyped up,
and
he would just be like, "Fuck yeah, this fucking rules!"
Look, you give someone a mic, and if they are already an outgoing person, they're just gonna go nuts with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is
He
Malcolm. Yeah, I think it was either Malcolm or Brandon after it was like, wow, you said the F word a lot today.
This is an all-ages show.
It was to the point where I just was hyper aware of it because I was just like, he's saying fuck every single time he opens
I'm like
his
an
mouth.
11-year-old who just learned how to swear.
Yeah.
But I had no recollection of that because I can't even say that I get in the zone.
I think you're just so present that you're not making memories.
Yeah,
because
that's actually quite poignant.
you and I have absolutely shared moments on stage in the most romantic way possible. Truly, this happens all the time.
You're so cute.
Thanks, man. My parents are nice people. I didn't have a joke there. But there have absolutely been times where we'll be on stage and you and I will share some stupid look between each other, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're both locked. We're both locked
dialed.
in. And it's we're so dialed into everything that's happening, and then afterwards I'm like, yo, that was pretty cool, and you're like, huh? And I'm like, right. He wasn't there for that, but he was there.
Not even almost.
Lights are on, but nobody's home.
So there was that, and then also we were going into Sunday Scaries.
Yeah.
And I used my tuning break to just say fuck so much that I forgot to tune my guitar.
Whoops.
So I've seen that at shows before too. Somebody gets so into the bit that they're doing that they're like, "Oh fuck, I forgot to tune."
Yeah.
So I thought he was gonna say, "Oh yeah, I was at that show. It was really embarrassing." I was like, "Guys, I gotta go."
Well,
I don't want to be on this.
I vividly remember that was the first time I saw it. No,
the first time I saw you guys, it sucked.
So we started playing Sunday Scaries, and it was just grossly out of tune to the point where I usually face Malcolm when we start it, and he and I just made faces at each other, just like, ugh.
Yeah, and finally we're just like,
nope, stop,
restart.
And then that was one of those things where me and Brandon kind of locked in and be like, oh, you ever tuned your guitar before? Guess not. And someone in the crowd, I forget who it was someone that you knew, was like, hey, that bit you did where Andy's guitar fucks up was really funny. And we're like,
They were like, yeah, thanks, man.
He goes, that wasn't a bit.
Yeah, no, it was a friend of mine, and they were just like, yeah, that was really funny when his guitar wasn't in tune, and then you restarted the song. That was a funny bit. I was like, oh no, that happens all the time. Actually,
you should have just owned it. Yeah, that was such a great bit, right? We've been workshopping that for a while.
No. But I think that's the testament to having I would say we have a very well planned out live show. That's one of the things that we have going for us for sure. And a lot of that comes from having, not only prompts on our set lists, but also a general format. So when you see a Fremont Pike show, the songs that we play may change, they may move around, there may be more emphasis on certain portions of the show, but we really strive to have a consistent show, whether you're seeing us in a bar in Detroit, at a festival, or just in your backyard if you want to pay for it. But that's what I think that's something we strive for, is to have that consistency across the board.
100%. And I've always had the mantra of playing live. It doesn't matter if there's half an audience, you don't give half a show. And I think that's an ethos that we've all carried with us. Is if we're gonna perform on stage, we're gonna give a full show. If it's 5 people or 100 people, and I think that is what has garnered us some really awesome fans. We do have a few people that show up till like regular shows, and then want to come up and talk to us. And it's a huge honor to know that like not only our performance but also our music does like reach some people and make a difference to them. Because I can't tell you how many different bands I've listened to over my lifetime that have meant the world to me, and like I hold very close and dear to my heart, and like they have no idea. Like I've never met them, and I've never had a chance to like thank them or anything like that. And that's kind of the weird thing about this industry is you do so much that goes unseen, unknown, or unquantified, and I think that's actually quite a beautiful thing. And it just means that if you don't give your all, you never know what you're missing out on or what someone else might be missing out on because you just decided to give a half-assed performance that day.
Well, and I kind of liken it to sports in a way too, where especially you talking about like, oh yeah, I went to a show and I saw the band do this, and we should try and do something similar to that. I always think about that like musicians going to a show is almost like players studying the game tape. It's like
we do that too. Whenever we can get a recording of our set, we will.
Always
and then we'll
Exactly.
go over it and we'll take notes. Yeah.
And I think that there's a certain breed, a certain caliber of people who do take this shit seriously, and it is like, oh yeah, we're trying to do as much as we can to really like maximize what we're doing and what people are seeing.
I will say a thing that really made a difference to us, which I was not expecting, was playing to click tracks. So our whole set is played to click tracks. That's how we do have some like effects that come in different songs and like some added layers. So everything is to a click. And we talked about it for like a little while, and I was a little apprehensive. I was just like, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. It made us so much better. Honestly, I think it's because like, especially if you're going up there and like the adrenaline is kind of blacking you out a little bit. There's something about staying on the click track that I think keeps us together.
Keeps you
so that
grounded
we can even
a
have
little
even
bit
more
almost.
fun,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
And because some of those songs, like when they get a little too fast, I can like not play them as well because like some of those songs, like Skis, gets really fast because we're just having a really fun time, and it gets faster and faster and faster, and then it gets to some like double hi-hat parts, and I'm like, So honestly, playing to tracks has really helped, I think, like keep the performances like solid and made it so there's honestly like it's weird because like you have to pay attention to stay on the click. But once you've naturalized it, it's almost like less to think about, and you can just have more fun because you're not worried about like always listening back to drums or always like listening in for all the cues because they're kind of just internalized.
Well, it's the same every time. So you kind of get that muscle memory a little bit too if we play it the exact same way every time. So
and it probably helps extra that we practice to click tracks too. Like like when we practice our set, it's the exact same as when you see it. Like we're doing all the same stuff. It like we still have the tracks going. They're in our ears. Like that's what we do. Is we just play shows in Malcolm's basement to practice.
Back to the sports analogy again. You practice like you play, right?
We change the color of the lighting sometimes.
You
gotta have the mood lighting in the basement.
Sometimes we get real rowdy, and I get to throw beer bottles at Anthony across the room. He does not like it, if you can believe it.
I don't like that
He's
bit.
not a fan.
I do not like that bit.
I get to do that means I do that, and they just deal with it.
Guess who didn't ask?
All right, so I got one final question to kind of wrap up this first segment before we get to.
This has just been going off the fucking rails.
So our
no
final
track.
question: you guys had I believe the first single off of the album was Klepto Kid, and you guys did a music video that you shot at an Aldi. Are those Aldi socks, by the way?
Sure are.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing his Aldi socks.
Check that out.
Anthony,
you
go show
guys
the camera your dogs.
So this is kind of how
Go show
decked
him
out
your
in
feet.
swag.
Show him your
Hell
toes.
yeah, dude.
Hell
Got
yeah.
the dogs out.
Whoa. You want any more? You
I
gotta
was
sign
gonna
up.
say you gotta pay
All right,
for
sign up
the
for the Fresh
Patreon
Minds
for that
Patreon.
shit.
We got your back, Ryan.
That's
sell you
kind
pictures
of
of
how
Anthony's
the
feet.
idea originated, to be honest with you. Like, Aldi has some of the greatest swag.
It was when we were doing vocal tracking here. Because so
That's
everyone
fun.
came over for like a weekend, and Brandon and Anthony had full matching outfits from
planned
Aldi.
We planned it. I texted him and I was like, "Hey, are we wearing our Aldi jammies this weekend?" He's like, "Hell yeah!"
And we were looking at it. We were like, "That's so awesome!" And then that's when Andy and I learned that even exists. That Aldi does its own like swag line
Sure
and
does.
like that. And then and then most times when we have like what we think is a really funny idea, it always ends up with that should be a music video. So
Sure
that's
does.
basically how it was born. Was we found out, and then so me and Andy got online to try to find like more.
Yeah.
And we got some. We were like, okay.
Dude, we got fucking scammed. Like you can get the windbreaker that I got for like $20 when it's at Aldi, I'm paid like $50 for that motherfucker.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, it's the Aldi.
Well, because we had to get our
needed
stuff
it
on
for
eBay
the
because it was
video.
out of season.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We needed it.
Honestly, it's swagged out though. Like that shit looks so good.
Dude, and it's
But-
like those sweatpants, still my favorite pair of sweatpants.
Yeah, dude,
$11.
Dude,
$11
I will say
sweatpants.
the lint from the inside is pretty crazy before you wash them like a dozen times.
Yeah.
I like the first couple times I wore them, I took them off and my legs looked like I was covered in burrs.
But once you get past that,
yeah,
the best sweatpants.
Yeah, those are great.
They're fucking $11.
yeah,
What do you
$11
expect?
sweatpants, dude. I think my whole fit for the Aldi video, which is like those pants and the Aldi socks and the Aldi sweatshirt, I think it was like $30 for all of that.
Yeah, I would guess like around 25, 30, yeah.
So if you're making an Aldi run, what's something that you have to pick up? What's your go-to?
Honestly,
like,
those egg rolls that we spontaneously got for the meal in the video, those egg rolls were amazing. I've gotten those again. Those were really good.
I really like El Fudge cookies.
Oh yeah, those ones are good.
I dig El Fudge cookies, but I also really like the fucking Samoas. Sorry, I was looking at you because I was like, you'll know what the Girl Scout cookie is, right? Because we like cookies. So I assume you would know. Anyways, I really like Samoa Girl Scout cookies. Aldi has their own brand of the same cookie.
Oh, really?
And I was like, these are probably good. So I bought one once, and then I ate the whole box in one sitting, and I was like, guys, I don't even feel that bad.
I've been there.
So I would say those.
All right.
The $30.
I think if I had to,
Thanksgiving meal,
if I had to go a second, only for the bit. I don't think I have a second. I'm sorry, Ryan.
Okay.
I tried to come up with something for the bit. I don't have anything.
Can I jump in with a story?
Oh, absolutely.
So this is specifically about the video because you're asking about what to buy. So when we came up with the idea for the video, we thought like doing the shopping cart thing was very just like a callback to old pop punk videos. We thought it would work really well for like vertical clips for socials and everything like that. So that was going to be the A roll, and then the B roll was going to be us going and buying a meal at Aldi and then having like a Friendsgiving. Someone had said, "Oh, I saw an ad. You can get a full Thanksgiving meal for $30 at Aldi," and we were like, "Perfect, that's great. We'll go there and we'll get the $30 meal." Yeah. And we get in and we search the entire place and we cannot find it at all.
And then I went and asked, and I was like, "Hey," and they're like, "Oh no, you can just build the meal.
For about $30, you will be able to get all the things you need for a Thanksgiving meal." We had it in our heads that there was like a box that you could just go and pick up for $30 and it would have like everything you needed for a
just
Thanksgiving
a big
meal.
Thing.
Yeah,
you
like,
just pick it up like, all right,
like
we
a
got
pre-made
it.
thing, and we thought like, oh, and then we'll just throw it in the oven and it'll be good to go. And then we got there, we're like, oh no, this is not the case. So that's why in our Friendsgiving meal, it's just completely random things. There's like a pizza, there's egg rolls,
there's an apple pie soup.
Pumpkin pie soup.
Pumpkin pie soup.
A pumpkin pie that we read wrong to cook it, and then we tried to like double it, and it didn't work. But it looked good enough to put in the video. But it was like complete soup. It was nothing. But that was the whole reason why like it looked so random in the video is because we honestly thought we could go and just get like a box that was $30 that was a pre-made Thanksgiving meal, and we were like, oh no, so let's just get things.
Isn't there even like an outtake or like something at the end that somebody was like, "Fuck, we should have gotten a turkey."
Yeah, no, that's part of it.
That's part of it. So we grabbed random things and we didn't even get a turkey, and then that's when we came up with the idea of like, well, what if we put Brandon in a turkey suit and like hunted him? Because there's also like a kind of long-running bit that Brandon dies in most of our videos. So I think it's 3 now. 3 of our music videos, Brandon like visibly and actively dies.
Deep End, I get stabbed during a sword fight with Dylan. Detroit Girl, I get hit by a car driven by our our friend Alex, who is the guy at the end of Deep End who's mopping up my blood. That's our friend Alex. He's the one driving the car that hits me. He didn't actually hit me with his car. And then in
movie magic.
How do you explain the boot then?
I was saving children from a hospital, and I tripped on my way down the stairs, and it got smashed underneath of a gurney at the bottom.
That's true. I was there.
Good man.
You donated blood after that too.
I was donating blood when I got there.
What a hero.
Thanks,
We're commissioning a statue.
It's a very small statue. They're getting me a Lego minifigure.
Nice.
But yeah, and then in the Klepto Kid video, at the very end, they're like, we didn't even get any turkey. And then they're like, we should have got turkey. And then they both look at me, and I turn into a turkey, and they take me outside and beat the shit out of me in the backyard. Which actually, if I can like break the fourth wall for a second, I like when I dove in the yard, I landed on a root weird and like actually hurt my back.
Oh.
So then I got up and I was like, guys, that has to be the take. I can't do that again. And they're like, good enough. Because it was dark, and they were like, nah, it's close enough. But also, Malcolm, is that Is that whole experience of like going to Aldi and being like, oh shit, I guess we got to pivot? Is that not just like the most Fremont Pike shit?
No, 100%.
Where we show up and we're like, this is what's going to happen. And then we get there and we're like, oh my God, none of this is happening. What do we do?
Perfect example, because one person said something and we all just believed it, and no one thought to double check it until like
It was Anthony that said
until
it.
day
don't think
of,
so.
and then we
Maybe.
find
That
out
was
that
for
the
sure
preconceived notion we
It
had
might
was
have been.
completely wrong, and we have to go, well, what can we do instead?
Hell yeah.
Well, we're here.
That's pretty much how every music video for us
We're
is
actually
gone.
That's
just
so
like
funny.
an improv comedy troupe that moonlights as a pop punk band.
Yeah.
Like the Detroit video, like we just made up all of those scenarios on the day
yeah.
of. Like
Yeah.
everything that happens in that video was completely made up. It was just the most we had was, okay, we'll do a performance in this location. And I think the location changed like that weekend too, right?
Yeah, because I think we were
think
going to do it
so.
outside, weren't we?
Yeah, and it rained.
And it
And then it
Yeah.
ended
It's
up being
raining.
in that like warehouse or
The-
whatever,
church,
right?
church,
Yeah.
down the
Oh,
church.
okay.
Yeah,
Church.
Anthony's dad gave us the hookup on that.
Shut
so,
up, Greg.
So we did that, and then the girls just like they were friends of Andy's work coworker, you know, and so and they just wanted to be in a music
Yeah.
video. So we were like, we'll just show up and we'll figure it out. And then we were just like, well, wouldn't it be funny if we all like tried to hit on them and they just like
Turned us down.
just like hated us and like beat us up and stuff like that? We're like, yeah, that's funny. Let's get some fake blood and see what happens.
Oh
And
my
then-
God.
yeah, Malcolm was like, wouldn't it be funny if like we tried to hit on these girls and they just like made fun of us instead, and all the rest of us were like,
We can take
that's
it
what
further.
that's what
not a
happens.
bit.
That's what
That's
happens.
just what happens.
Is that, is that not what happens to you? Are you? That's not what happens to you?
We need to fictionalize this a little bit. They need to physically abuse us.
I mean, curb stomp Anthony.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of
He
Anthony.
comes to the camera, says hi,
And then they just
shove
push him down and start kicking
stomp
him. And he's just like flailing around. That was so funny.
That was funny.
That was good.
I remember
That was
when we
really
shot
funny.
that. Do you remember you had to fall onto me and I was like
Oh,
holding
yeah.
you
Yeah,
up?
you had to
to
hold him
get
up
the
because
shot
otherwise he
right.
wasn't in camera at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and we did a bunch, and she was actually slapping you for like because you wanted her to
Yeah.
actually slap you.
I
For
didn't-
the
Yeah, that
blood
slap at the end was
spats.
real.
I don't believe in faking.
That's why he spit fake blood out.
Well, and someone forgot to grab the sweetened fake blood, so I got the nastiest red liquid. When you died,
It's just
when it
pure
was your
red
turn,
40.
When it was your turn to die, you had the sweet blood.
Well, that was the thing when we did Deep End. Like we had like one chance to do that, like
Yeah.
your death scene, because we just didn't have like enough blood and extra costumes. Like
Sure.
we do all these videos just basically as cheap as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So when we did his, I was just like, okay. We ran through the plan like 3 times. We were like, let's go. And we just like, at one point, you had fake blood in your mouth and you were supposed to be like, just like letting it like ooze out of you. And then Anthony like pushed on your stomach.
He pushed
Yeah.
on my chest like he was giving me CPR, but he
And he was
actually pushed on my chest, and I went, and I just like spit fake blood.
And he's just like, ah!
And it was like, and then at that point, like I'm covered in fake blood.
Yeah.
And we like you can't undo it.
No,
so
yeah.
like at that point, it's like I
That's
guess
the
we're
take.
fucking rolling with it.
That's the pivot
Here
for
we
that
go.
video. Yeah.
Like, this is how we're ending.
That
this.
was the maddest I've ever seen you.
Yeah, because then at the very end, like Malcolm yells "cut," and then he goes, "I don't know, man. I think we're gonna have to go back and do it again. I think we need one more." And I've never been so mad in my whole life.
One more!
Just like top of my lungs, I'm like screaming, "What the fuck do you mean one more?" Because like I'm covered in like sticky fake blood. Like I
Yeah.
can't wash this off.
Yeah,
fucking
and you
eyes.
It's
just
like
did,
in
a
my
parking
eyes, it's
lot
all
or
over my
whatever,
glasses,
yeah.
it's on
In
my
your
clothes,
beard,
it's
yeah.
in my beard, it's in my hair, it's like behind my ears. I'm like showering in the bathroom
Yeah,
at
you're-
the Frankenmuth Historical Society, like in the bathroom, like scrubbing it in the sink, and I'm like, guys, it's not coming off. And they're
Taking
like,
a trucker's bath.
and they're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, good thing we don't have to do one more, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna go lay in the street for real, like not as a bit. I'm gonna go lay in the street.
So my favorite item from Aldi is
Oh yeah. Yeah, how's it feel to be the one bringing it back? That's how Malcolm feels every goddamn day.
Fresh Finds, the movie.
Hell yeah.
I
wrote
really
this
like
movie.
their salsa. Their salsa is really good. Like their garden salsa.
Oh,
do they have
yeah.
the Jack's chips too, or is that a
No,
Trader
so
Joe's?
that is
that a Trader Joe?
Kroger.
Oh, it's Kroger.
Well,
Uh,
I think Trader Joe's probably has that too.
Trader Joe's.
The
has some-
the
have
cantina
everything.
chips that they got at Aldi though, those are good.
To
Yeah.
die for.
Yeah.
To die for. But yeah, no, like their medium salsa. If they made a hot salsa, I'd buy that.
Oh, yeah.
But, dude, like that's my one invariable. Every time I go to Aldi, I'm walking out with at least one thing of salsa.
I'm always the guy for the take and bake
I go
pizza.
for Jumex.
Oh my god, I have one of those in my
Or,
fridge right now.
Yeah.
Dude, the take and bakes are good.
Their beef and poultry is
Oh, nice.
really good.
Nice.
What else do you want to talk about?
So I was gonna start to pivot to actually sharing the music that we all
Yeah.
had a hell of a time getting into that playlist. So originally I was gonna start with one song. I'm gonna start with the other one just because you keep making this joke and it feels like a perfect like segue for it. So this is a band called The Touchdowns. And the song is called Paint the Roses. Their record label, Dumb Ghost Records, has been sending me like their album early and stuff like that. And their album is called The Touchdowns, the Movie, The Ride. So So they're like a power pop type band. This was the first single that they put out for that upcoming album, which actually comes out on September 3rd. So we're only listening to it like, a couple days early at this point. It'll be out by the time the actual episode comes out.
Hell, nice.
I
think Malcolm's got the playlist dialed up, ready to go.
All right, perfect. This is Paint the Roses by The Touchdowns.
Who gave them the right? Always be the voice inside me. How can I be mad at all? Why be so negative? Makes no sense at all. There's no facts to give. Where is all the data hiding? How can I be mad at all? They paint the roses red. Heads are gonna fall. Are they trying to waste my time? They keep telling me to fall. They paint the roses red. Their tyrannical heads are gonna fall. How to sleep at night? All this self-hatred. I mean, tell me how to live at home. They paint the roses red. Banished from these walls. Are they trying to waste my time? They keep telling me to fall. They paint the roses red. They're tyrannical. Heads are gonna fall. Makes no sense at
I like that song a lot.
Yeah, that was really nice.
It reminds me of Camp Trash a lot.
And it does sound quite a bit like Camp Trash, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. They're working on a new album right now, aren't they? Yeah, I think so.
I would trust you.
Who was that?
So
Camp Trash.
that was The Touchdowns, and they're from Kansas City.
Cool.
Shout out
Very
to
nice.
Missouri.
Very nice.
Yeah, like I said, they I got this sent to me by their record label, Dumb Ghost Records, who have such an incredible lineup. I forget the name of the other band that they put out, but if you went to their website or whatever, you would find it, and just absolutely incredible. All of their stuff is just pretty straight to the point, power pop, hard rock type stuff, and I think it's great.
There wasn't a second of time wasted in that song, and I really appreciate it.
I'd give it 6 points.
Out of 6.
Are we rating these out of 10?
Well, no, it's isn't it 6 points for a touchdown?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, it's 6 points for a touchdown.
I did it! I did it!
But if you make the extra point, it's 7.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were.
So.
I was thinking you were going for the. It was an IGN thing. It was like the 7 out of 10 perfect score or something like that.
Don't give me that much credit. I'm just the drummer.
Yeah, he's just the drummer, but also is the one that has all the equipment.
That's just because I don't want to put it all in the car.
No, you're right.
That
Everyone
is
has
fair.
to come to me then.
Here we are.
Yeah, what's next?
Broken foot and everything.
But anybody have anything else to say about it? Like that's kind of
No, I playlisted it. I like that song.
yeah. It's I think one of the things that I really like about it too is like the bass line, especially in the second verse. I heard that bass line come in, and I'm like, okay, this is what's up, because it's not just a straight ahead, like quarter note or eighth note thing.
It grabbed my attention.
Yeah.
That's what kind of caught me, and then it kind of resolves into the chorus.
And I think that in that sort of power pop sort of style, you need to find ways to shake up the song structure, because pop punk, very similar to like power pop type stuff, there is definitely a formula for how people tend to write that type of song.
Oh crap! We could have been just following a formula this whole time.
and
girl was mean to me.
Hey, how many songs do we have that are
and so you have to find a way to shake it up, and I think that the way that they did that with that bass line is really good.
Heck yeah!
Yeah, that was beautiful.
So what do we have up next? Let's just go.
Are we gonna do like one apiece and go through?
Let's do that.
Yeah, we'll go around
All right,
from
Anthony, which one of yours do you want to play
stage
first?
right to stage left.
Which one of mine?
Yeah, you're next. So which one of your two do you want to play next?
Just pick a Rush song and get over with.
If Spear of the Radio starts,
supposed to be emerging bands. That was the
it is.
criteria.
Galilea's emerging in my heart always.
Who is the aux?
Malcolm.
Yeah, Mac, just play either Multi-Tool or UFOs in the Sky.
Yeah, those were the two options.
Give it a little bit of an
that was
introduction.
exactly
Which,
what-
do you want to say anything
which
about
one
why
do
you
you
picked
want?
it or
What-
anything?
Always like
Do you want
this.
a pre or post?
He's always
I'm-
like this.
I guess I don't know. Start with the Driveways song. I feel like I picked a song by Driveways. I feel like they're one of the few bands that has like a very a seasonal effect to them.
Okay.
It really, really, really shines in the fall time. I don't really know
100%.
why.
Especially this album too.
Yeah,
this album.
100%.
Is this the
But I
band
mean,
with the
kind
pumpkin
of
head?
all of their albums, honestly, just really fuck in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's kind of I go through just the seasons, and you've got different things that hit you differently. Like in the middle of the winter when you're just cold and pissed off.
AFI.
It's like that. That's the time that I'm putting on some death metal or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's in the fall
burning down our
is when
church.
you go with kind of the pop punk emo shit.
Yeah, pop punk
it's
tends to definitely be
fun-
more of a spring, summertime
yeah.
kind of
It's
vibe.
finally
Yeah.
cool enough you can
Yeah,
wear
that's
your
true.
flannel again, go full pop punk regalia.
Yo, I'm about to start dressing.
That's what I'm saying.
But you know what? Pop punk product is timeless and seasonless.
If you say NordVPN, I'm gonna throw you through a window.
Well, I was going to say that, and then I was going to say that truly, the album that transcends all seasons.
We're sponsored
and all
by
time
Truly now?
These are White Claws. Dog with a Job by Fremont Pike, and now available on all major streaming services. All 4 seasons.
Get yours today.
Look at that.
Oh hell yeah!
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Oh
you
yeah,
see
there
that?
is their record. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hijack that. That was supposed to be a funny, quick bit, and it just kind of got.
That's 'cause I didn't
So
look
this
away.
is UFOs in the Sky by Driveways.
Every night I see your bloodshot eyes, as clear as I ever did, clouded by sentiment. I swear I never meant to cut those ties. I was distant and reticent, you were selfish and hesitant to change. But sometimes when I paint my life, I shade in a black and white past, leave out the shadows I cast. I only try to find a place to hide, instead of helping you survive. Another night of feeling like my head's turned sideways, speeding up the highway. I feel my eyes fade, swear I saw a UFO in the sky. Kept blind faith through every tirade, 'cause you were high all the time, and I never tried to make things right. You made me fear rejection, I still hope your spirit's resting. I pull off the nearest exit, I wish I saw a UFO in the sky. You turned me into a skeptic, I wasn't home and you wrecked it. I should've known to expect it. Another night of feeling like my head's turned sideways, speeding up the highway. I feel my eyes fade, kept blind faith through every tirade, 'cause you were high all the time, and I never tried to make things right. You made me fear rejection, I still hope your spirit's resting. I pull off the nearest exit. You turned me into a skeptic, I sideways, speeding up the highway. I feel my eyes fade. Kept blind faith through every tirade, 'cause you were high all the time, and I never tried to make things right. You made me fear rejection, but still hope your spirit's resting. I blow off the nearest exit. I can't deny what you lived through. I wasn't close enough with you. I hope you know that I miss you.
I was almost gonna put something from October Forever on here, but I was like,
That's what I was thinking you were
I
gonna do.
listen to that album like at least 3 times a week, September, October. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna pick one of the outsides. I mean, that album is amazing.
It's
but
such a good band.
They're
with those
fun too.
guys-
We technically got to play on the same bill as them about 3 years ago. They played Excellency Fest
Oh,
up in
yeah.
Bay City, and we
Yup.
were on that one too. And
Yup.
yeah,
we
they're
played-
just cool.
That was
you
the year that we played right before Goalkeeper.
know. Yeah, we got to know them
Yes.
too.
Oh,
Goalkeeper's
yeah.
sick.
God,
Yeah.
I love Goalkeeper.
I should put Goalkeeper on my playlist.
I should call them.
I should call it too.
Yeah.
And where are they from? Because they're a band that I
Philly?
have been like vaguely
Goalkeeper
familiar
or
with
Driveways?
for a little while. But
Goalkeeper Driveways.
Driveways.
Anthony, where are they from?
Driveways is from.
Oh, they're from Boston, I think.
Right, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Okay.
that's what I love about it. Is like the boarded, the door is now
Yes.
boarded.
Yes.
I'm feeling important.
Big New England
They got to be
accent.
from like
So
Massachusetts or Maine or
perfect.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
They send you a DM after the podcast. Hey, we're from New Mexico. Please stop being a dick.
Shit. That's just the pop punk accent,
they show
man.
up at our next show and beat the shit out of Anthony.
I mean,
That would
hey.
suck. That would actually be super insulting.
You
I love
said
those
that you were
guys.
making
I
the title
have all
cards,
the
right? That's how you that's how you build the show.
Yeah, that's how Andy's gonna do it.
It's so funny. No, they're
And,
great.
and make sure that it says title fight so that people think that it's the band
Ooh.
title
Yeah.
fight, but it's
Yeah.
actually
It's just us playing title fight covers
Yeah, sure.
badly.
Yo, hear me out though.
Hear me out. Mac, will you play the Girlfriend from Hell track? This is a band that is playing, I think, Chicago with Former Critics this week on Thursday. So that's how I found out about them.
Nice.
It is very punk music, and it's like Riot Girl punk.
Oh, nice.
It's like I had never heard of them before, and Doug showed them to me, and I was like, this band fucks. So, anyways,
Here we go.
All right.
Okay, so this is To the Front by Girlfriend from Hell, pardon me.
To the front, everybody to the front. If you can fuck who you want, get the fuck up to the front. To the front, everybody to the front. If you were born in the wrong body, get the fuck up to the front. To the front, everybody to the front. If you're fighting for sobriety, get the fuck up to the front. To the front, everybody to the front. If you're living in poverty, get the fuck up to the front. To the front, everybody to the front. If you were used or abused, get the fuck up to the front. To the front, everybody to the front. If you have stolen money and time, get the fuck up to the front. To the front, everybody to the front. If you were punished by the police, get the fuck up to the front. We're Girlfriend from Hell, and we want revolution. Savannah style now. Fuck your patriarchy, fuck your high society. The more you try to silence us, the louder we will be. Fuck your patriarchy, fuck your high society. The more you try to silence us, the louder we will be. The more you try to silence us, the louder we will be. The more you try to silence us, the louder we will be. Whew. God damn.
Bro.
I just
Hell yeah.
Dude, if there was ever a song that was like made to be a kick-ass wrestling intro,
Dude,
Oh, all right, yeah.
the thing that I was imagining when I was listening to this band, and I was like, this would be really good for Fresh Finds, was I was imagining like this. You remember when we put on that DIY show
yeah, at the Knights of Columbus,
at the Nights of Columbus in
The
Berkeley?
Cock Show.
Like
This
Remember
would
that?
this would be such a fucking insane like show opener.
Yeah.
Like imagine playing this in a sweaty dark like dive bar.
That was exactly the picture that was in my head.
Like sweaty dark
was-
dive bar, and
I
like
was-
you
yeah.
walk by the front and you hear this noise and you're like, what the hell is that? And you open the door and it's just like a mosh pit the whole room and you're like, I'm gonna go home.
So that recording, is that from a live release or is that
No,
just
that's-
like
that's the
stylized
studio That's their
version?
album.
Bruh, that's so fucking sick.
Yeah.
I
But-
love bands like that it just sounds like there's one microphone in the room, but also like you still hear like the dynamics in the parts.
Oh yeah.
That's such a awesome choice.
Honestly, I think that for like, straight up punk like that, that's like one of my favorite production styles because
like
it is
that garage
it,
punk
it
vibe.
is so raw and it feels like it has the vibe of like a live show. And yeah, that is the song that you start your set with just to get everybody fucking riled up and shit. Like,
it says it. Get the fuck up to the front.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Come on.
And honestly, that is one of my biggest pet peeves from bands is when they're just like, after like a couple songs, they're like, all right, everybody move up. I'm like,
Yeah, Andrew.
there are bands that people have. There's almost like a magnetic energy to the live performance that people just automatically are going to get closer to the stage.
Yeah.
And I feel like, especially when bands are just starting out, they have the tendency to think that they are owed people being right up front the entire time. And it's like, you say it once, you say it twice, that's chill.
Yeah.
But it's like after like a third time, if people are still like, all right, get up closer, and you're like, all right, you got to earn it a little bit. That song earns that.
Oh,
You know?
100%. I think that's what, like, speaking from my pedestal as a wise musician, elder in the scene.
You started
I think
to say,
I'm
speaking
talking
from
now.
my pedestal
No,
as
I'm
a
talking-
what?
no.
And I was like, what are you doing? Stop. I was like, which
No,
of
I
these
know I
knobs is
look
going
like
to turn
this,
him
but I
down?
assure you
I
I'm
got to
not.
turn one of these to zero. Anyways,
I
please
assure you
continue.
I'm not.
I just needed to share the panic that I felt in my chest when you were like, let me
As,
share from my
uh,
soapbox as a what? And I was like, no.
As the hottest up and coming band in the scene with
There it
thousands
is.
of adoring fans
There it is.
all over the globe.
There it is.
Specifically relegated to Iceland for some reason. I think the thing that a lot of young bands are forgetting about having that magnetic draw is actually putting a cartoon-sized magnet into your live rig. You have to have that or they will not come to the front. You need to have the Acme brand cartoon-sized magnet. This bit is not landing.
Yeah,
This bit is not landing at all. This is
Andrew,
I
what
was-
song
I was
would you
like,
like to
where are
select
you
Do you
for
want to
going
be
your
on my
here?
phone so you can call your mom because your bit didn't land?
No, I'm gonna call the Pentagon because that bit got real close to the towers.
Dude, it's getting close.
Congratulations, it happened on your podcast.
Nice.
Okay,
Which
so
one do you want?
We were instructed to select two songs. My two songs are 23 and Disappointed by Almost Made the Mixtape. Pound for pound, probably one of the best live bands in the Michigan scene right now.
Facts.
It is amazing how much sound that they can produce just as a three-piece, and their frontman and guitarist Casey is literally just a dude with an Epiphone guitar plugged into an amp. Like, I don't even think he uses a tuning pedal. I'm fairly convinced that he has one of those clip-on tuners. It's
Nice.
astounding. If you've never seen them, Ryan, you need to check them
Where
out.
are they based out of? You said they're
Detroit,
Michigan
Yeah,
based.
they're,
roughly.
like Metro,
Okay.
they're Metro Detroit.
They're,
I think they're more like
one,
West
they're one
Side.
that I haven't seen around yet. I'll definitely keep an eye out
oh,
for
dude,
that.
they're
yeah.
so fucking good.
Probably going to be the
phenomenal,
thing where
really.
it's like you don't notice something, and then as soon as somebody brings it to your attention, you're like, "Oh, it's everywhere."
Yeah,
I
your
just
phone,
didn't
your phone
notice.
just heard us say that, so
Yeah,
you're going to
it-
start getting ads. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
right.
That was actually me with Hot Mulligan. I saw Hot Mulligan at least 12 times, while they were, I believe, touring Pilot. And then
Oh, yeah.
when You'll Be Fine came out, I was like, holy fuck, this band is insane. And I think Dylan was like, yeah, no, you've seen them a lot. You should know they're good. And I was like, oh, cool.
That was me with Heart Attack, man. Actually, for
Really?
for
Oh,
so
shit.
long because they get on tours and festivals and stuff like
Yeah.
that all the time, and so I hadn't realized that I had seen them 4 times
Yeah.
before I even really knew their music. I was like, I recognize that song too. I recognize that. Oh, okay, cool. And then finally actually listen to them.
That's
Why
funny.
is that guy yelling so much? So the other band that I
One at a time.
Yeah, can we just do the
We're doing-
almost made
Are
mistakes?
we doing both? I thought
No,
we
we're
were
just doing
doing
one.
one at a
We're just
time.
doing one, so that's the one that you talked
So
about.
you've
that's the
introduced
we're
one,
gonna
so
play.
then we're gonna
Oh
listen to
shit!
it.
I thought that we just had to pick our favorite of the two. Well then, son of a bitch, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, we're coming back around the horn.
Guys, gals, and be pals. Almost win the mixtape with 23 and Disappointed.
Wake up, go work and fall asleep. This endless cycle's killing me. Find my way to the top and see another broken life. This race is all consuming. We all take part, assuming everything that we're doing won't twist the fucking knife. Don't believe the bullshit. This isn't how I thought it'd be. Sitting home at 23. Life becomes a prison. Nothing more than base existence. Nothing more than base existence. Take one step up and take two back. My way out is a heart attack. The day is over, fade to black. Relive the same mistakes. This pain is all for nothing. We can't be part of something. It's all a fight for one thing. Don't give and always take. Don't believe the bullshit. This isn't how I thought it'd be. Sitting home at 23. Life becomes a prison. Nothing more than base existence. This isn't how I thought it'd be. Breaking up and losing sleep. Life becomes a prison. Nothing more than base existence. And disappointed. These aren't even my own choices. 23 and disappointed. I just can't see what the point is. Nothing's feeling real to me. Giving up is just so easy. Find success, then go and catch it. One last shot to make impressions. This isn't how I thought it'd be. Sitting home at 23, life becomes a prison. Nothing more than base existence. This isn't how I thought it'd be. Breaking up and losing sleep. Life becomes a prison. Nothing more than base existence. 23 and disappointed. These aren't even my own choices. 23 and disappointed. I just can't see what the point is. 23 and disappointed. These aren't even my own choices. 23 and disappointed. I just can't see what the point is.
Dude, I forgot that song has
So
a fade
fucking
out.
Yeah.
Can we
So
acknowledge that like music, just broadly speaking, needs to bring back the fade out?
100% agree.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
Disagree.
No.
dude, I used to listen. I used to listen to
discourse.
No, fuck you. I used to listen to
Fight,
CDs
fight, fight.
and be like, "Oh my god,
Kiss,
there's
kiss,
bonus
kiss.
song to hear."
You dropped your drink. You dropped your drink.
Oh shit.
Oh, party foul.
Party foul.
I'll get a towel while you guys talk about how great that song was.
So yeah, almost made the mixtape is fit, and now the pillows in it.
Suck at this,
I just
bro.
have to say though, like Casey is a beast of a vocalist. Like I've watched
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy just like go through like long day sessions, and he's just fantastic and just kills it every time.
Reminds me a lot vocally of Knuckle Puck.
Ooh, yeah. That's
Like-
good.
Definitely in that brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And listening to that, I was like, oh yeah, that's Knuckle Puck
Yeah.
vibes.
It's
right
that like
there.
upper register.
Yeah.
It's that like upper register, almost screaming but not quite singing.
Well, and I think that it also like almost sounded like kind of, especially in that like last like bridge kind of fade out, whatever you want to call that section. It almost sounded like a back and forth between two different vocalists a little bit. And they do that because their two vocalists sound practically identical, which I think is really funny about
Also,
Knuckle Puck.
they're a
but
3-piece.
Yeah, and they're just a 3-piece. That's a crazy thing. Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of respect for the 3-piece.
Because
Dropping your
that,
phone, dude. Fucking drop, dude.
that actually
Oh, it
reminds
broke,
me, there was
dude.
this,
Oh no!
there's this band called
back.
Pangolin from Florida.
Did you say pangolin?
Pangolin,
Like
yeah.
the animal?
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Like the way
I
Benedict
saw them play at a
Cumberbatch
festival a couple of
pronounces it.
years ago.
Pangolin.
And they are the type of
It's soaked in,
band.
dog.
Just rub it in.
Soaked in, dog.
Yeah, fuck me for trying to make this space nice.
I'm listening,
No,
Ryan.
that's, I got it. I'm just saying, like,
I'm going to wait until I have the attention of the class. No.
Andrew, shut up. You're gonna get us in trouble. Andrew, shut up. You're gonna get us in trouble.
No, but
Dad's disappointed.
Another band that like you listen to them live and you're like, how is that much sound coming out of a
Like
3-piece
three
band? Especially because when I saw them, they were like using backlined amps and all that too. And somebody was like, they're using the same amps as me. I'm not getting that kind of tone out of that. What are they doing? You know?
Tone is in the hands.
I had literally the same experience when we played the Knights of Columbus show with Almost Made the Mixtape. I had like a Fender Champion, some amp. I don't know. We're not amped up anymore. But
Bye, Anthony.
Are you guys using modelers?
Huh?
Yeah.
Are you guys using modelers
Yeah,
now?
everything's straight into front of house now.
Nice.
Yeah. Our backs hurt, so amps are kind of off
I have
the
a
table.
broken foot.
That's
The two aren't related. These are just two things about me.
Honestly, been a rough couple
I
of
use
weeks
the
in
Helix and
Fremont.
also my foot's broken.
Yeah.
I watched Casey plug into that Fender that I had for like a few years and just get sounds out of it that I did not think were possible.
Yeah.
The fucker plays like an Epiphone special too. Yeah, or junior. Yeah.
What does it have to
Well, you
P90s
said
or the
plugs
humbuckers?
like straight
Humbucker, so
in too.
special.
Yeah, it's a special.
Yeah, like if at most
think.
he's got like a tuning pedal. That's about
Wow.
it. He doesn't use external distortion or
It's insane.
Yeah, he's just cranking it. I'm using
and they're just
Anthony's
great
mic,
guys,
so
too.
it's
So,
some
like, you
action.
know,
Just cranking
He's
it.
just cranking it, dude.
Is that what he said in Anthony's
Just
mic?
cranking. Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be like, why does Anthony say
Why is
that?
Anthony? Yo, he's
silent for
just
2
cranking
hours
it.
and
Yo,
then
he's
just
yo, he's
chimes
crank-
in for Aldi and
He's
cranking
cranking
it.
it. Yo, he's cranking his hog.
So Malcolm, what's your song?
What do we got?
I won the draw straws because all of us wanted to do former critics. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So we drew straws and I got to pick former
won.
I
critics. So-
graciously bowed out of that because I also thought about doing former critics.
yeah,
but-
we're huge fans of former critics. Brandon is
I'm
their
in
bass
former
player
critics.
now. So Brandon's in former
I'm
critics.
in former critic.
oh, I didn't even know that.
Hey, surprise, Ryan! I'm in former
Wow.
critics now.
He is the former critic.
He's the new critic.
I'm the new critic.
But yeah, I mean, former critics is just straight up fantastic. We've done a couple tracks with Jess now, where we did a Walk Hard cover with her
Yeah.
for A Few Good Records. Shout them out. And she's also featured on Foundations on our new record, so it seemed very apropos. I just want to call out too that I recently did a live session with former critics because me and Brandon are part of an organization called the Art of Music Project.
What up?
Okay.
It's a relatively new but gaining adolescence.
Sorry.
It's a nonprofit, and basically the Art of Music Project kind of exists to create new platforms for emerging musical artists to experiment with audio, video, and set design to create a live off the floor session experience.
oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. And honestly, like me and Brandon are on the board, but Andy and Anthony have both volunteered a lot of their time to help produce the sessions
Anthony
as
was
camera
volunteer.
people.
Anthony was
Anthony
volunteer
of the year last year.
Yeah,
Nice.
put in the
Yeah.
most hours.
Of
But
the year.
Got him a nice plaque.
yeah,
There
so
he is.
former
Oh, shut up,
critics.
he's back.
So former critics recently did an amp session with us, and so did actually all the almost made the mixtape. So
Is that something that you guys are putting out on like YouTube or something?
Yep.
Like, is that something that
you can
people
find
can
all
find
of our
all these different
sessions on
sessions?
YouTube, the Art of Music Project, all social media at Art of Music Project.
Nice.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out.
Yeah,
That
and
sounds
like
cool.
honestly, before we're done
Some
here,
really
I'd
good
like to
stuff
shout
in
out
there.
a few other like bands that like obviously couldn't make the pick 2
Yeah,
list, but I
absolutely.
definitely have
Yeah.
a ton of bands I'd like to shout out while I have a platform. But here's Mass Hysteria. It's the first track off of Former Critics' new album, which is just an absolute kick to the teeth. It's phenomenal,
Front to back, just-
yeah. So I really like this song. This was one
Bangers
I hadn't
only.
heard before the album came out, so I really liked it. Here we
All
go,
right.
Mass Hysteria. Hell yeah.
Straight out the gate with
That
that
song
riff
hits
is
so hard.
crazy. like to
So
start the record, like oh my god.
Yeah, no, that's how you have to do it. I've actually been thinking about doing a drum cover of that song.
Oh,
'cause
nice.
It's
You
really
should.
fun.
Most definitely.
That'd be really fun.
You should.
So yeah, that's Former Critics. That's my first pick.
Yeah, they are such a fun band. Like their guitarists at any given moment are doing the absolute most.
Yeah.
Fucking Doug.
Truly, yeah. Shout out Dave and shout out Doug. Doug was insanely generous. He let me borrow one of his basses to like learn the songs when they were like, "Hey, do you want to do this?" I was like, "Yeah, but I don't have a bass." And he's like, "I've got one. I'll bring it to you. Don't worry." He like brought it to my house, dropped it off, and was like, "Listen, if you need any help, you call me. I know these songs front to back. I will help you." And I was like, all right, cool. And then I showed up, and Dave, the rhythm guitar player, shout out Dave, who also does a bunch of their artwork. So like the show posters and stuff, Dave designs those.
They're
I,
sick.
I did not know.
Did he do the album cover too?
He didn't do the album cover. One of their friends painted the album cover. So the thing that I did find out was that the album cover is like, it's a photograph of an actual painting that someone did.
Oh, okay.
Although, to be totally honest, I don't remember who it was.
It looks
but
so
also,
sick.
I'm like fresh in the band, so like I don't have to know
Yeah.
everyone that they've ever worked with, so it's fine. But like,
You're still in your orientation week.
exactly, I'm still
He's getting jumped in.
I'm still in my 90 days. But yeah, like
No health insurance.
when I was learning the songs, like Dave was so helpful to just be like, listen, this is the rhythm part. Everything that you do follows what I do most of the time. So here's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Let's just play through it a couple times and you'll figure it out. And it was like between Dave and Doug, it was like I think I learned. My first show with them was Pugfest, and so I learned a Former Critics set and I learned a pop cover set. So I learned 16 songs in 12 days.
Oh yeah, because they did the cover set
Because
too.
they did the cover set at
I forgot
11:30,
about
yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
I learned 2 sets worth of songs in less than 2 weeks because they were like, "Hey, do you want to play this show?" And I was like, "Sure." And they were like, "Great, start learning." So like, if it wasn't for the two of them, there's no way I would have been able to make it happen. So
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like being able to. It's one thing to like be on the outside and listen to this music and be like, "This is like really cool."
Yeah.
But to be in the room like at practice when they're playing this and like just watching all of them play together is fucking crazy. Like there are times at practice where I will forget that I'm in the band and I'm like, these guys are so fucking good. And then I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be playing something right now. And I just
Yeah.
like stop in the middle of a song.
I
But
remember-
it's so cool.
I remember the first time I saw them. I wasn't familiar with them at all, and then I think it was last year, if I'm remembering correctly. They played at they called it Snoop Fest, which if you're familiar with the band Tequila Mockingbird out of Lansing, it was like Joe's birthday party or something, essentially, and they just booked a whole bunch of bands and they played throughout the day. And that was my first time ever seeing Former Critics, and I just remember being blown away by like how much stage presence they have too.
It's crazy.
Like Jess is an absolute animal on stage. And the thing that I love too is that you can absolutely hear this, like there's a little bit of sass in their delivery of their vocals.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Yeah, but it's like that's
Microdosing sass.
yeah, but it's like that gives it such a unique sound because there's so few vocalists that have that little extra something that it's like, oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
I keep sending the album to people mostly to harass them into listening to the bands that I'm in.
Fair enough.
And people keep telling me that Jess has a lot of spunk in her voice, is the way that it's been
Okay,
described.
that's a good way to say
It's certainly
I
a
mean,
good
of all
way
the
to
ways you
describe
could
it.
have put it, that's one of them.
Hey, I'm just reporting what's been said to me.
It's fine. So how was that episode of Fox and Friends?
I don't know. I wasn't watching
I
it.
don't know.
I had better things to do at 8:00 this
All
morning.
right, Ryan, what you got, buddy?
All right,
What's your next
so
one?
my next one, it's actually been kind of perfect because we've gradually been getting a little bit heavier as we've been going around.
Oh, bad news. I'm fucking
And-
that up when it gets to me.
That's fine. But
be in a
it's
lull.
been a good build to
I'll
this,
be in a
which
lull.
is a band from San Diego, California called
Blink-182?
The
Sorry.
Undertaking. And they are like a metalcore hard rock type of band. And this is their newest single, I believe. It's called If You're So Rich, Why Aren't You Smart?
Tempted
That was sick as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's tight.
I want to punch a politician.
Hear me out. That
No, I fuck with that really hard.
song is like the perfect marriage between, or like the perfect mutant amalgamation of Knocked Loose, Treble Charger, and Drug Church. Like if they all got together and recorded a single, it would sound exactly like that.
Yes.
And I mean that in the best way.
It's really funny that you bring up. It's really funny that you bring up the best like mutation. Because the lyrics to that song are inspired by an episode of the 90s X-Men cartoon.
Oh, I know what I was doing.
He was watching wrestling.
Anthony, what's your next song?
But-
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper? All right.
He changed his up to add goalkeeper. I watched him do it.
No, mad respect.
Do you talk to those guys at all?
So I hadn't talked to these guys before. Like a month ago, they just like sent me an email where they sent this to me. They told me about this is going to be off of their upcoming EP that in my notes says is called "Only Left Alive to See the End."
Hard as nails.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And it's like it's just so hard. And the thing that I really like about it too is that that last like breakdown has such an interesting groove to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it does.
Like that's one of the things that I always think is really interesting about like kind of hardcore metalcore type of music is when you get those really interesting like change ups because like a lot of people do a breakdown and it's like, oh, it's just a bunch of zeros,
Fuck yeah.
and that
The
has
way the Lord intended.
that has its
this
time
one
and
by
place.
Metallica?
But I also
right it
love when stuff gets like has a really cool different groove to it that really kind of like sets it apart like that.
Well, I think
that
it's
one
easy.
definitely does.
I think it was easy that like that song started, and I think within probably less than 15 seconds, Malcolm and Andrew and I were all like,
Yeah.
like all of us felt it immediately, and we were like, "Yep, this is where this beat is."
Yeah.
Man, this is a good. Yeah, this groove is. This groove is.
Involuntary groove.
This,
Anthony,
this
what's
groove
your
sits right
what's-
fucking here.
What's
Sooner
your
by
next song,
Goalkeeper.
buddy?
Sooner by goalkeeper.
Sooner by Goalkeeper.
Scooby-Doo.
Just you and me on bikes, riding under the streetlights, laughing on about the shit we said. So you gotta go home again, back to your best friend, where you'll talk about us all night, how we were just right, just right. I wish I met you sooner. It's like I always knew ya. I wish I could explain the way I feel, but I am drunk on summer love, feeling higher than the stars up above. Tonight's not long enough. Just you and me at night, dancing under the moonlight, racing hearts and pastel sunsets, but you gotta go home again, back to your boyfriend, where you'll think about us all night, how we did just right. I wish I met you sooner. It's like I always knew ya. I wish I could explain the way I feel, but I am drunk on summer love, feeling higher
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Such a good band and just the nicest.
Yeah, I would say those
group
dudes
of
rule.
dudes.
Yeah, actually I was introduced to them through you guys because of the show that you guys played with Cascade Riot at the Pike Room like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Those guys put on such a killer show.
Especially for, again, another example of like this band is a three-piece.
Yeah.
It's like there's 3 dudes and it's like, holy shit.
This was one of them, like, because like normally when we get like gigs, I like to see who we're playing with, right? Do some research, figure out what they, listen to them on Spotify a bunch. I actually got an ad for Goalkeeper like the week before I found out we were doing this show on Instagram.
That's so
I was
funny.
like, holy shit, these guys rip.
Yeah.
And then we played a gig with them and you were like, holy shit!
We're playing with these guys? Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we're playing with these guys every time we play a show.
I wear their hat all the time. Literally, this
literally.
This is the
hats
primary
that
hat
Anthony wears,
rotation.
and that's one of them.
His other one's the banana hat.
Yeah, he loves the banana hat.
Or his legalized ranch hat.
Banana hat
I
too.
haven't seen that one in a while.
Legalized
It's
ranch
been
hat's
it's been a lot of banana and goalkeeper.
That's a Friday hat. I like wearing that hat on Fridays.
That's a Friday hat.
That's a going out to Panera Bread fancy dinner night.
If he's trying to impress somebody, that's what he's got.
Yeah, he's got the legalized ranch hat.
right.
I'm here to fuck up the vibe entirely.
All right.
My next one is Faye Webster. She's like a. I don't know that she's a small artist. I had never heard of her before, but I saw her last year at Royal Oak Music Theater because my girlfriend is super into her, and I was like, oh, I want to listen to this. But she's very like, it's very like indie.
I love that
It's
venue,
like
by the
indie
way.
lounge vibes. The instrumentation is really, really cool to me. And
Okay.
like the way that she writes songs is very different from everything else that I like because based on being in this band, like it's a lot of pop punk and like rock music. And this is like super not what that is.
Yeah.
But this is something that like if you come to my house like semi-randomly, that's empty. It's empty.
Damn.
Sorry, man. If you come to my house like semi-randomly, there's like a 30% chance that this will be playing on one of the devices in our house because it's just like relaxing vibe music.
Oh, nice.
So, anyways, it's I think it's Right Side of My Neck.
Correct.
All right,
All
by
right.
Faye Webster.
That's what we got queued up at least.
Nice.
I always love a good change up like this.
You said you can't change your haircut, but it looks good anyway. I kinda wonder where you got it, and I doubt you even paid. The right side of my neck still smells like you. The right side of my neck still smells like you. I wonder if you got home, but we just said goodbye. You looked back at me once, but I looked back 2 times. The right side of my neck still smells like you. The right side of my neck still smells like you. The right side of my neck still smells like you. The right side of my neck still smells like you. The right side of my neck still smells like you. The right side of my neck still smells like you. The right side of my neck still smells like you. The right side of my neck still smells like you. The right side of my neck still smells like you. The right side of my neck still smells like you.
Another tasteful fade out.
Who is this? One more time.
Faye Webster.
Oh,
I bet you didn't like
Okay.
the slide guitar either, you
No,
asshole.
I did. I like musicianship. I don't like lazy arrangements that don't end.
Fucking, can you believe who hired this guy?
This is like modern yacht rock in the best
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
It's good like sitting on your couch, staring out the window while you play on your phone vibes.
Dude, could you imagine that
Yeah,
in like
big
1,000 beers?
Yes.
Like, by the
Now
way.
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Anthony's locked back
I think that's the plan for the rest of the night.
Round of water for the table.
No, we're supposed to have we're supposed to have a rehearsal still tonight.
I'm sure we'll have a rehearsal. It'll be at least once through the set,
But yeah, dude,
and then another time after I'm comfortable.
Dude, yeah, that song was so fucking good.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
a,
cool.
it's
That
a
was a good
vibe for
pick.
sure.
That was a good
It's a vibe
pick.
for sure.
it's so many just like tasty little licks and stuff like. I think that's something that I really enjoy in arranging is when an instrument has its time to just like do its little lick
Here's
or
my little
fill
thing, and then
or
I'm
whatever, and then just pull back into the background.
Fuck, man.
Like,
Sorry.
like you know, there was the just like the little bit of the keys.
slide
You know,
guitars.
exactly. Just like small little pieces that come to the forefront for a second and then just come back.
As soon as you
repeat
wander, it brings you
listens,
back in.
Exactly.
Yeah. Me and Anthony are trying to
Yup.
give each other space to talk. We're just like in unison. Yep.
Well, and I'll jump in too.
Yep.
I think Anthony is a real master of that too. Like if you listen real closely to our tracks, like Anthony's got some really tasty
that
little
is-
bass lines that just like
yeah.
pop
Keep
out
it
here and there.
interesting.
That was the thing when I joined Former Critics. I texted Anthony and I was like, "Hey, how do I be cool?" And he's like, "You're born with it." And I was like, "I'm fucked." And he was like,
Damn.
"Yep."
That boy is the Willy
I was like,
Wonka
shit.
of ear candy. I
You just
swear.
gotta find it, dude.
Dude, I've been
all about
loving looking
finding
my
it,
whole
dude.
life.
Have you considered playing a Rickenbacker?
It's true.
No, I'm playing an Aerodyne right now,
Have
but
you considered playing a Rickenbacker with an extra heavy pick and just beating the shit out of the strings?
But spoiler alert, Doug got rid of his Reverend bass, and so at the show next week on Saturday, I get to play a Gibson Grabber, which I've never played
A
before.
Gibson
You use
Grabber?
A Gibson
Sanzamp.
Grabber?
You use
I'm
the
not
Sanzamp,
familiar
right?
with that.
You
What
use
is that?
Sanzamp?
No, I'm not running a Sanzamp.
What?
I'm running into my Helix and then through a pedal board and then into they have a PV Firebase 700
Okay.
that they
Oh.
run through either a 2x10 or they also have an 8x10.
Sounds like you're covered, but if you want to try a Sanzamp, I got one.
Well,
and
I-
I highly recommend the Sanzamp.
my Helix is running a dark glass bass preamp.
Oh, nice.
But I was going between that and a Sanzamp, but I settled on the dark glass one because it worked better for what I was doing.
Oh, you're
But I
good
had
then.
to put it
Especially
together
for
before I was-
former critics.
Yeah.
Dark Glass
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
No, hell yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're 100% covered.
I mean, I was doing my best. So yeah, I get to play a grabber that has like the pickup that sits under the strings.
slide it?
Is on a tray and it slides. So I'm super excited to start sliding that back and forth, see what happens.
Down for bright,
So,
up for warm.
oh, so just down all the time then, because I'm in a punk band.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's why I don't get
Full
the slide.
bridge, no nothing else.
Exactly. That's why I don't get the slide.
That makes sense.
But
I'm sure that if you were trying to do something like fancy or like intricate, I'm sure that it would be nice to have the ability.
to warm up,
Or like if you had like a
especially in
studio
track,
bass.
like with how I did Otter Creek.
Yeah.
Because I
Like, there's
I
definitely
wanted
a place
something
for it.
warmer. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a place for it,
Yeah,
but I don't
get that.
think Former Critics is the place for it, to be honest.
No,
Are you gonna
it
be
sounds
able to
good
turn
with all the
around
great-
and
it
go the
sounds
whole
great
time?
with
Is
all
that
the
gonna be all
great.
right, or is it just like fucked and we're just wasting our time?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
All right. I mean, I tried to be like a little more in the mic. I can tell you that Anthony's like talking like this, so you're not gonna hear him.
We'll
This
figure
is
it
just
out.
this is just gonna be a conversation that I'm having with you, but
Cool.
it's not gonna be
It's
our
good.
voice. It's just gonna be Anthony like quietly from the background. You have to boost him like 80 decibels.
Oh, I got it.
It'll be fine.
We're Gucci.
Are you ready for your next one, Andy?
We'll fix it in the edit.
All right, perfect. We'll fix it in post. Andy, are you?
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, we don't care. That's why we just ran with it.
When you keep us
So
on-
Andrew, what is your song that
When
you
you-
selected for your second?
People are going to be going back listening to two different arcs.
Dude, it's gonna be so
Like-
cool. It's gonna be so cool to listen to two separate conversations.
Exactly.
I hope Ryan hard pans us to the right
I
ear.
was
hard
just
pans
about
them
to
the
say I'm
left.
gonna hard
Yeah,
pan
hard
you guys
pan us to
left,
the right,
and
hard
then
pan
just
them left.
the laughter in the right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
It'll be
great.
sick.
When you try to keep us on task for too long, this is what happens.
It starts breaking down. It's all right, though. I think Anthony and I maintained it. Other than the fact that Anthony was talking like this the whole time. So
You guys shut up. I've never done a podcast before.
I've never done a podcast before.
I don't know how to
Hey,
talk
the
into a
last podcast he
microphone.
did was with a fucking bird puppet.
Oh, that's true. I forgot that you guys did that.
Thanks, Malcolm.
We're back on task.
This I'll do it myself, 'cause I can't trust anyone else. I've learned to read between the lines. You can't trust anyone in life. The paranoia's on my mind. I've come to understand God has no plan. Wake up, let it go. I want to explode. It's time to let go. I've come to understand God has no plan. Wake up, let it go. I want to explode. It's time to let go. I want to explode. It's time to let go.
And rounding out that block of music was
There it is.
Swanton with Ensagiri.
Swanton?
So I
Incredible band name.
dude, unreal. So they just got added to our show next week, September 6th in Ferndale
Saturday.
at the
The
Loving
one with
Touch.
former critics?
Did I
Yeah.
say Friday? Did I say Friday?
You said Saturday.
All right, that was the blackout thing. Anyways, they just got added to the lineup, so I was like, oh, obviously, like I want to check them out.
Yeah.
And I thought it was Swanton, like the city in Ohio. So I was like, oh, that's cool. That's something that we have in common. We're named after landmarks in Ohio.
Would you call Fremont Pike a landmark?
What's a road?
It's a road.
Is that not a land?
It
Does
is
that
a
not
road.
tell you where you are?
Close enough.
Are you
It's a
going
very
to plan a
important
trip
road, too, by the
specifically
way.
to see Fremont Pike?
I lived around the block from there for a little while. so.
plan.
There you go.
Hey,
Yeah.
All
a
right.
very,
All
very
right. All
important
right.
part of
Yeah.
getting to your destination.
Anyways, so I was like, oh, Swanton. That must be like, you know,
Swanton, Ohio.
Yeah, like something like
Yeah.
that. And then I saw that this song was entitled Enziguri, which only a true wrestling nerd would title a song about a fucking...
Only a real wrestlehead.
Only a real wrestle nut
Wrestlehead.
would title a song after a fucking spinning kick to the head. So I was
Yeah.
like, you immediately had my attention. And then I put two and two together that it's not Swanton. It's for sure Swanton.
Yeah, that is so killer. I love a great band name. I also love how this song just keeps like grabbing your attention. Like as soon as you're like maybe about to like, you know, nod off a little bit, you know, like, all right, we've been doing this for long enough. They're like, all right, and let's just completely change the vibe. Completely acoustic here for this section. You know, the second riff you know, it had such a different vibe than like kind of like the intro too. It really like, you know, they do a good job of changing the vibe just enough to like keep your attention throughout the entire thing.
Well, there's even that like little instrumentally period where just like nothing was happening vocally, and I really appreciate when bands can do that and just like they can
do it well.
Yeah, and like effectively like give that space some breathing room so you can kind of digest it, and it's almost like a palate cleanser before rushing into like the back third of the song.
Well, and especially when it's not a solo too, because that was just kind of like a laid back like jam sort of section, which I think you don't get nearly as much. It's often like, oh, here's a guitar solo or here's a breakdown.
They translate to live so well. Like I don't know about anybody else, but I fucking love just like watching a band kind of lock in and just kind of grooving together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's just fun. It's just fun.
And where are these guys from?
They're from Michigan.
Really?
Yeah.
Whereabouts? Are they from the local area too?
I don't know. I haven't met him yet. I'll tell you on Saturday.
God forbid
Hey, Swanton, drop a comment, please. Where are you from?
Send us a
you're
DM, I'll send
watching,
you Andrew's address. You can go beat him up.
What's your social security number?
What's your first grade teacher's last name?
I have the
Schweikert.
Not you.
All right, and rounding out our tunes for the episode. What do we got here?
This
at
man's
the
about to
very
play
end?
"Oh Canada."
Everybody, please stand. Remove your hats.
Small emerging artist. The nation of Canada.
Justin Trudeau.
I don't think he wrote the anthem. That was a Bowling for Soup song.
He did do blackface at one point, though.
Did he really? Oh, fucking shit.
No.
So the artist I picked is their name is Thought Squad.
Oh hell yeah!
They're based out of Flint. I got connected with them because I did like their first 3 music videos.
Oh, okay.
And then they started like really popping off on TikTok, honestly. And they've had they're really doing quite well. And then we had also had them on the Art of Music project for an amp session.
Nice.
So we did an amp session with them, which is out now, which is really awesome. And this song in particular, I'm working on doing a metal cover for them. They reached out to me and were like, "Hey, could you metallerize this song?" And,
Metallerize it.
It's an industry term.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
That's a technical
So
term.
this is the
I'm
original.
not in the know enough
the
for
metal
that.
version isn't out yet, but like this song is pretty awesome, and I'm doing a metal cover of it, like with/for them. So
Nice.
that should be pretty sick.
Also,
Thought
Squad was in our music video for Champagne and Beers
Oh,
Breakfast of
thanks.
Champions. They were the person playing Guitar Hero with our song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
shout out Thought Squad. Yeah.
Quick
Seriously.
question about that, just because I'm
Sure.
curious. Did you guys actually get that like charted out in like Clone Hero or
Yeah,
something like that?
Andrew,
So
paid him,
that-
Andrew paid a man to do that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was Fiverr. Fiverr will get you crazy. Shout out to Sphinx Charts on YouTube. We didn't make their YouTube channel, but they said to shout them out. So here I am.
Okay.
That was another one too, where we kind of just like had an idea, and then we started putting it together. We're like, "Oh, this could be really fun."
Yeah.
So this is Pound Cake by Thought Squad.
All right.
I'ma show you how to make a pound cake. Make a pound cake. I'ma show you how to make a pound cake. Make a pound cake. I be cracking heads like eggs in a basket. When I see the money, I gotta go and grab it. I pass on the puff, but my friend love the cabbage. I be doing sins, I put on a bad habit. I know a man, he a cute dog. Blew out my back, playing leapfrog. Blind to a bitch, I don't see y'all. So up a hoe like a needle. Black in my skin and white in my fro. My shot ain't muy, from the low. Let me see your python, I'ma make it grow. Only whack niggas don't lick booty.
So hard.
Bro.
So hard.
Literally, no one has ever pronounced Lamborghini, and that's like, I think that's the star of the show right there.
Yeah. Now, Pound Cake's or Thought Squad's awesome. I've known them for a minute, so it's kind of like a duo.
Okay.
So, Black Bunny, if you will, is like the main performer, and then the producer is Ben. And they're pretty good friends of mine, and it's been really fun to just kind of
They're
be like a
amazing.
part of their career even a little bit. And I'm really excited because I think you can really hear how that song could go pretty
it
metal,
lends
pretty
itself
hard.
Oh,
so
I was immediately
Yeah.
thinking like, oh, this is gonna go crazy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really cool. It's just they produce so much content, and they've been on tour, and they're just like dominating TikTok and Instagram right now. So it's when it comes out, we'll definitely make a splash of it. But I'm really excited. I was really honored that they
It
reached out
makes
to me.
sense to me that would do well on TikTok.
Oh, easily.
I mean, it just,
Most of their tracks are kind of like that too.
Yeah.
It's very explicit. It's very in your face. Shout out Lemon Squad. But yeah, no, they're a ton of fun, and doing a live session with them was a lot
That
of
was a
fun.
good
That
day.
was a great.
That was a
Anthony
really
was there
good
for that
day.
one. Yeah,
and
that was
when,
a good one.
when
That
they
was fun.
play live, is that like a sort of DJ and an MC sort of
They bring an
situation?
orchestra.
Yeah.
No.
They bring an orchestra.
No, yeah, it's
you
basically
almost had
like
it.
Thought Squad's performing on mic, and then
Okay.
and then Ben's running tracks as
Gotcha.
the DJ for it live.
Yeah.
But he does he's been doing it all. So he's been doing all their music videos now. Their like live light show he runs and everything like that. Yeah, like it's a small operation, but they're really making a big impact. I think they've crossed 1 million streams on a couple of their songs on
Yeah.
Spotify
Nice.
now.
Yep.
But yeah.
And is that Thought Squad spelled THOT? I
Oh,
assume?
absolutely.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. I
Ain't no thinking around here.
I was
only,
gonna say,
only
but-
thoughting.
I mean, look at these shorts.
Let's think more thought.
See, every now and then he has a banger, and we're like, everybody write that down. Let's think more thought.
Write that down, write
That's
that
something,
down.
That's
Yeah.
something.
Twice a day.
Write that
Twice a
down.
day, big dog. Twice
Yeah,
a
you
day.
talk about like crafting a persona too. Thought Squad has they have this like recurring series of vignettes with
Okay.
is that Black Bunny's grandmother? Is that just some old lady that they've found?
Ben's grandmother.
That's
yeah.
Ben's grandmother?
Okay.
No shit.
She's a good
truly,
sport.
truly, like, check out their TikTok. I normally would never plug a TikTok account ever, but
Not even our own.
not even our own. But genuinely, they're fucking hysterical, and they portray this like just manic, in your face, like I said, it lends itself perfectly to like a metal setting. But
Yeah.
then you meet them, and they're just like the nicest.
Yeah,
Most,
there's just like a really nice, like down to earth.
That's always
Just
the
normal
way it
people,
goes,
yeah.
though. I feel like you see like hardcore bands and stuff like that too, and you're like,
they're
I'm
just dudes.
afraid of this guy. They've been shouting in my face for 30 minutes, and then you like meet them at the merch table. They're just like the nicest,
Oh,
most
hey,
down to
how you
earth.
doing? Literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for coming to the show.
Like you don't know what to expect. You're like,
Are you gonna try and fight me at the merch booth right now?
That's how people feel about Anthony.
And working on your like remix metal cover, whatever you want to call it, did they send you like tracks to work with as well, or are you kind of doing that from scratch?
Pretty much from scratch. I think they did send me like the basic stems. They didn't.
Okay.
They didn't give me the multi tracks, but they did give me the stems. So I had like something to work off
Gotcha.
of. I have a side project that I do too called Sons of Horus, where I make like historical metalcore. Is the best way I can describe it.
Interesting.
And that's
Okay.
legitimately what it is. It's so fucking
All
cool.
right.
So yeah,
It's
all the
fucking
EPs are about
badass.
historical events, and I kind of just do like a deep dive into a historical event or a historical theme.
Interesting.
For like these little metalcore EPs. So that's kind of, so they knew I was doing that. So that's kind of why they reached out to me, is because, and that's all just myself, self-produced. I just kind of do it on my own. So.
I feel like those 808s or whatever that bass was with like some heavily distorted like 5150 type tones.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, it's all
I
detuned.
mean, that's gonna
I
go
think
crazy
I did it in
as
like
shit.
drop C flat or something like that.
That's what I'm talking. My guy. Right
Yeah,
there.
so yeah, no, it's fun. Yeah, I feel like I got the basic arrangement done. I shot a quick video for it. So yeah, no, it'll be good. But yeah,
Nice.
it was a lot of fun to work on.
Yeah, that was a really fun way to round that out.
yeah, hell yeah.
What a spectrum.
I really love when people kind of change the vibe up a little bit. So getting the song from you and then getting that later on, really really good stuff. Do you guys have anything that you want to plug one last time before
Yes,
we
we
sign
do.
off
Malcolm
for the
has
end?
pluggable.
So thankful you asked.
Yes,
so
we
we have
do.
vinyls. Come to one of our shows. Come see us play, and you can buy one of these.
Yes, they are show exclusive.
Is it a colored
vinyls.
variant?
It is.
Hold on.
Yes.
Can
wanna
we-
pop that
can we see
fucker
it on the
open?
video?
Take it out, Anthony.
Take it out.
Show us.
There's an insert too, so you get all the lyrics.
Nice.
And a little message from us too.
Yes.
Here we go. Look at that.
Ooh, ain't she pretty?
Come
Camera's
on.
over there, dog.
I know, but I don't have my mic.
Are you showing us? We fucking have it. I have it's in my house.
It's fucking beautiful. Come get the vinyl. We got
Look at
a
this
bunch
fucking
of it.
beauty.
No,
Hold
it's
on.
really
And
it's
this black sleeve, dude. Come on. Like really? How are you gonna say?
yeah, and
no?
it's wrapped in plastic too, which fucking come on, quality.
They're gonna be numbered.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
How many did you get for
We
this
did
run?
a run of 100. So truly, between the show next week and Fresh Finds Fest at Smalls in Detroit on October 6th, right?
October 11th.
Fuck. Fuck. October 11th. They genuinely might sell out. So if you are in the neighborhood and you happen to see us, approach us at our merch table. We will have Anthony leashed, so he will not bite. But if you don't buy a vinyl, he will bite.
Also,
So just keep that in mind.
Also follow us on socials because at some point I'm going to take a handful of them to local record stores around Metro Detroit and be like, "Hi, I'm in this band. Can I sell these here?" So watch out for that.
Also, if you're
Nice.
a record store, please tell us how we're supposed to do that because that would be nice.
I already talked to a couple.
I mean,
Oh,
I
nice.
did too. I was
Okay.
just-
Yeah, but we still need kind of some help with it. We got a bunch of vinyl.
I
we
mean,
got a bunch of vinyl.
Also, Sony, if you're watching.
yeah, Sony.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Dad,
This
if you're
has
watching,
been the Fresh Finds
why?
Podcast, the show about discovering new music with good people.
Long as the beer holds out, we've got everything we need. It's 3 a.m. and Chuck just wants to get some sleep. If we keep up at this rate, we might impress ourselves a little too much. Say anything to get me through this 9 to 5 nightmare. I never want to go home. Take me back to midnight jokes and times when I did not feel so alone. I'm not We're putting miles between our real life and our 20-something pipe dreams. Well, it's been a fun ride. I guess I'll go back across the bridge and wait around and work and lie about the weekend. Say anything to get me through this 9 to 5 nightmare. I never want to go home. Take me back to midnight jokes and times when I did not feel so alone. My friends and I just fucked up kids here for the ride. Just fucked up kids here for the ride. My friends and I, we are the meaning of our
What the hell?